Are we parked?
You guys are
So I
parked
have to
currently.
like get out of the space.
You have to get out of the space. Give me a performance check, please, with disadvantage.
Okay, what kind of parking?
It's parallel park.
So I have to go back into the side and then go back into the side.
Yeah, but you've already run into the car behind you.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
kind
so
of just get out.
place then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn the wheel all the way around.
Okay, give me a performance check.
It's an 8.
Okay. You hit the car. You hit the car in front of you. Like you hit the car in front of you, skid all the way through it, but you're finally on the street, driving forward. And Zelchin leans over. Hey, keep the goddamn wheel straight. He's like, he kind of bends over and starts to. It's like, no, release a little bit on the pedals. You trying to kill everybody?
Foot down all the way on the pedal.
Okay, and we will go back to Yeva.
Welcome to Cassiopeia episode 6. Yeah, there's always a moment, like, because I start off by muting the speakers and only having the microphone unmuted so I can welcome people in. And of course, you started talking, not me, so I tried to rush, but I couldn't quite keep up.
We're working together on this.
Okay, so start again. We're live in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hello. Welcome to the 6th episode of Cassiopeia, always beside you. You may see that we are down one player. That is because Zelchin Slicer has unfortunately dropped. So we will be continue on as a foursome. Zelchin will still be in the campaign. However, he will be mostly like a little bit of a sidekick, a little bit of benefactor. However, that does not lower his importance. I say that to all my players here as well.
Just to quantify that, Slicer has unfortunately got too many life commitments to be able to make it to the sessions. He hasn't been kicked in any way. He's dropped because of his own needs. You will still see him in Good Sagravia, and we wish him all the best with his enjoyable Monday evenings, having to watch us instead of playing. Sorry, dude, I'll miss you. Kira, carry on.
Yeah. So, I like your hair like that, Josh. It looks cool. So we're gonna... Can't wait to see you Saturday. Okay, so we're going to begin with of course, the normal introductions. Can we go with because she was here so early today, Lavi?
Hello, I'm Lavi. You might know me in Evil Sagravia, but today I will be playing Ilovia Blightfright Nervalu Nananthi, who is a warlock barbarian.
Nice. Newly anointed. As they all leveled up last time. Miyago.
All right. Miyago, I am playing Bastion. Bastion is a Warforged Battlesmith Artificer, and he and his little Steel Defender Phalanx are looking to help the plight of the Warforged of this world.
We will now go to Josh Zilla.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'll be playing Rokan Debris today, who is a god among sheep.
Oh, you just keep leveling up each time. Okay, I love it. Wow, he's starting his own arc. Okay. Lastly, we have our illustrious host, James.
Yep, Eleanor James, playing Yeva Adelan, the pacifist preservation priest cleric who is about to go through hell and back, but he still won't punch anyone.
Most definitely.
Also, if you're catching up or you watched last week, I just want to quantify that Yeva's frustration and the reason why he picked up a gun was in part due to real life frustration. However, it was more because he was given a situation where he couldn't find the answers, in a situation where he's used to being the one providing the answers, especially when it was leading to trying to rescue a child, and there was a child with us dependent on him on a mission, so wanted to quantify that this week.
And he has no patience?
No, not really.
But tell me, the gun felt good, didn't it?
Player perspective, yes, it felt fucking fantastic. Jaeger perspective, no, he's very angry with himself.
Okay, so we'll begin this about talking about previously last time. You guys had stormed a criminal stronghold, got shot by machine guns and blown up by grenades, and then managed to track down your way to a house that possibly one of the children were spirited away to. Going to the house, you were left in a bit of a conundrum as to kind of figure out where the magic was coming from, because as you walk past the threshold, the magic stopped, but the entire house itself was one big puzzle. Manipulating the clocks on the first and second floor, you made your way up to the third floor, which you had to go through almost a triathlon of I guess anti-intruder devices, I shall say.
It was truly pleasant.
You guys met Violet Ishak. Now did you know that she is the daughter of the Ishak family, one of the members of the Grand Council? And upon returning to the Unsung Detective Agency, you had clued Viviana in on everything that happened to you during the day. You found out that the drow that as you were talking to her, Violet had shown up, which you guys had told her before, that you guys were being the Unsung Detective Agency, and she brought back the culprit, who was probably, most likely, maybe the culprit behind her kidnapping. After a little bit of roughhousing from Elovia and a little bit of talking and zone of truth from Yeva, you managed to get some of your answers that you wanted, and had agreed that the drow would be going to the guard is the proper thing to do. However, as Viviana, Bastion, and Yeva walked up the street, escorting their prisoner, you guys were set upon by two cars. And no layman's terms, guys, you got shot at. Yeva was blown up trying to be the stalwart guard of the drow and protect his life. Bastion tactically maneuvered and got behind a car and evaded most of the fire. However, there was one that wasn't, well, actually two that weren't so lucky. Viviana was shot and caught in the explosion. Her head smashed against the wall. And the drow, who you watched as this red-eyed, cloaked figure walked up, pulled a gun, and blew his brains out. And as he walked away, the fire split. And as he walked to the car, there was one more sitting next to the car with a glowing blue eye. And you watch as he unfurled from his cloak a bag of gold and threw it forward. You should get your friend to a hospital if you can make it in time. And they got into the car, they drove off, and we begin in the street. Yeva, Bastion, you are surrounded by cars that are aflame, set on fire. You ran over to Viviana, who's currently not moving and barely breathing. I ask you, what are you doing?
I'd like to assess the situation. Probably with more manual medicine first.
Okay. Please give me a medicine check.
It's 14.
14. Okay. So you're able to ascertain a few things. One, that her skull in the back is cracked and split. You
Nice.
see where the blood is laying. You can see that this brain injury is severe. And cure wounds, and healing magic can only do but so much. You run over her body and begin to look over her. You see her body has 3 bullet wounds inside. You see no exit wounds.
Okay, she's wearing a coat.
She does have she's having her normal suit jacket on.
Okay. She might kill me for this. I will take the suit jacket off of her
Okay.
and instead bound it around the back of her head very tightly.
Okay.
So imagine like I'm tying the arms at the front. I will then do my best to compress down the bullet wounds as well, and then immediately try and give her a healing potion and heal her magically.
Okay. Well, first, give me a dex check. I need your hands to stay steady while you're lowering her down from this position, because currently she's like sitting against the
16.
wall. Okay. That's more than enough. You lay her down gently and carefully, and at this time, Bastion, I remember last time you said you ran over to her.
Yeah, I
as
called
well.
out as well. We called out.
Mhm.
You know, we
Yeah.
said,
Yep.
Bastian, Viviana's down, and then he came.
So yeah, I'm gonna assist Yeva in anything he needs, and I'm also gonna be looking around to see if there's a car nearby that is not in flames.
Okay, give me a perception check.
All right. There we go. Ooh, 8.
Sorry, Kira, just a metagame question, I guess. How far away from Viviana's house did we get before this happened?
You're about 4 blocks from the house, but these are New York blocks. It's pretty far,
Yeah.
pretty long.
I suppose while I'm trying to bandage her, I might say, Bastian, is there any chance you could contact the others, maybe secure us some transport? I'll do my best for
Right.
Viviana.
Yeah, he'll. Rakan, Elovia, we were fired upon in the street. We need help. Can you get to us quickly?
Yeah.
And we left them in bed, right? But well,
Right. Yeah.
Well, Elovia was practicing. I remember she was practicing with her
Warhammer.
yeah.
Before Black West, bring the car if you can, or any
Oh.
car.
I'm gonna look over to Rock, or Rockan's not with me, but I'm gonna go into Jethro's room where I assume Rockan would be because he was there the previous night. I'm gonna knock on the door. Do you know how to drive a car, Rockan?
I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at dead in the eyes. No, let's go.
Okay. Who's ever looking for the keys? Give me an investigation check. For the keys.
Oh God, is it me that needs to make that because it's in Viviana's pockets?
I got a 19. Well, I don't know.
She gave it.
Yeah, who?
It's Violet who gave us the keys to her car, right? It's not Viviana.
Yeah, but the car is not her car's not outside.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was given to Bastion
Mm-hmm.
Great, we brought
because
all the
Bastion
keys.
knows how to drive.
We brought all the keys. Fantastic.
I have the keys to Violet's car. Viviana's car might have keys nearby.
Okay, well I got a 19.
19. Yeah. You run into the office and you see the desk is littered with papers, and you see it right sitting at the top. In a little bit of a little glass, you find her keys. Pick them up and grab them. You run out.
We try to drive the car, Rockan.
Who's driving?
Maybe.
You're driving?
Actually,
Okay.
real quick. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
real quick. Where's Zeltrin?
Okay. You hear noises from you guys went down to the first floor, but you hear noises as you were passing down from his room.
I'm going to knock and tell him what happened through the door.
Okay, as you knock, the door like slightly opens, he peeks his head out. Yeah, what's up?
A lot of things are up. Bastion
Okay.
and Ava were shot at, and what's her name? Viviana is in not a quite so good state. By any chance, do you know how to drive a car?
Shit, I guess shit. I don't think he does. No, yeah, no, I didn't. I never got my license. I didn't do
All
it.
right, let's go anyway. We're gonna wing it.
Give me a second. Give me a minute. Yeah, he closed the door. You hear some rustling. He comes back out and puts his jacket on. Okay. All right. Come on. He starts
I
to
played a
run
lot of
downstairs.
ye old Mario Kart. If that
Well-
helps.
Better hope this. Shit. You better hope there's stars in here.
Okay, when we get in the car, is it an automatic or is it a manual?
Give me a intelligence check.
That's a
Our
6.
friend is
That's to see. You don't know what this is.
Our friend is dying in the street, and we're just trying to figure out how to work
Okay.
a car.
I'm assuming it looks like a normal car right inside.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
It's got a gear stick and,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it have lettering on it?
Yeah, there's some lettering here, but it's kind of worn off because this car is kind of old.
Okay.
She's had it for a while.
Can I make out any of the letters?
Give me a perception check.
Come on, +5. 18.
18. Okay, you do see the start and the ignition. You see that stuff. You see radio. You see a bunch of stuff, and then you see the gear shift. You see the numbers on the gear shift.
Okay. See, now this is a problem because I don't think Rokan has a concept of numbers. So
At this time, Alovi, you're just sitting there like.
okay,
I mean, Elovia doesn't know either. She can go place without car.
so he's gonna press a bunch of the buttons.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna like accidentally turn the radio on.
Okay. I'm
Actually,
gonna get. What's up?
can I help him with the number part?
Okay. So what I'm going to do. Well, first of all right. I'm going to just give you a
Not
straight.
that a
Luck.
woman's life hangs in the balance.
I'm going to get a straight luck check. A high, he gets lucky. That's a nat 1. So yeah, you end up hitting the windshield wiper, but the car's not on yet, so nothing happens.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. So as the windshield wiper happens, pressing buttons again to try and press the same one to stop it. And then
I'm going to help him by pressing the buttons.
Okay, I'm doing another straight luck check. Okay, so at this point in time, Zelchin finally gets in the car. He's like zipping up his pants. He's like, "Where the fuck are the keys? Give me this." And he leans forward past Rakan and he that pedal right there, push it down.
he's gonna hit it to the floor.
He turns it on. You hear it, and it turns up. All the lights come on and everything. And he's just in the car now. It's just vibrating. it's on
Okay.
currently.
Okay, he's gonna have one hand on the wheel,
Uh-huh.
and then he's got one hand on the gear stick,
Okay.
and he's just gonna push the gear stick forward. And then he's gonna take his foot off the pedal.
Okay, I'm gonna do a luck check again.
To see if he can slip the clutch.
As you hit well, truthfully, it is automatic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is automatic. He hits reverse instead of drive. Boom! Hits the car behind him.
At this point, I'm gonna tell him, stay with the car, try to get it going, but I'm gonna run over her at this
Okay.
point.
Okay, so it's just like,
Stay with him. Do not leave him alone with the car.
all right, God, fine. Zelchin like moves to the center and gets in. All right. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Also, let's just work this out. And he starts to work with you on this. Just give me an intelligence check, Rakan.
That's a 12.
Okay, you at least get it into drive. You get it into
Great.
drive.
That's great. Okay, and then I'm just gonna. Are we parked?
You guys are
Or I
parked.
have to
currently.
like get out of the space.
You have to get out of space. Give me a
Okay.
performance check, please, with disadvantage.
Okay, what kind of parking?
It's parallel park.
So I have to go back into the side and then go back into the.
Yeah, but you've already run into the car behind
Yeah.
you. So you
Okay,
kinda
that's
can just get out.
place then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn the wheel all the way around.
Okay, give me a performance check.
It's an 8.
Okay. You hit the car. You hit the car in front of you. Like you kind of like you hit the car in front of you, skid all the way through, but you're finally on the street, driving forward. And Zelchin leans over. Hey, keep the goddamn wheel straight. He's like he kind of bends over and starts to. It's like no, release a little bit on the pedals. You trying to kill everybody?
Foot down all the way on the pedal.
Okay, and we will go back to Yeva. So
Okay, so I bound her head with the suit. I've tried to put
Okay.
compression down on her bullet wounds on her chest. I gave her a greater healing potion and a cure wounds.
Okay.
At the first
So-
level, which is my last spell slot.
Okay, as you give her the bottle for the cure, you give the cure wounds. Now, you see as she kind of like sputters a little bit, but she's still not perfectly taking
Oh, no,
it. When you cast cure wounds,
Hmm.
you see the bullet holes explode out slightly, and the blood begins to pour out from the gashes. She's lost 1 death saving throw.
Interesting. Right. In that case, I'll just keep compressing the wounds. Just keep trying to stabilize her.
Okay.
Keep her safe, and we will. I mean, I guess I'll ask Bastion if he's with me. But I'll pass to Miago. Where are you? What are you doing?
Yeah. So if he knows the others are on their way, he's gonna go out like into the street to flag them down.
Oh
So
Lord,
that hopefully.
that's even worse than somebody crashing a car. Somebody's gonna get run over by another party member.
Okay, Yavin, so you're here. Give me a medicine check.
Yeah. It's an 18.
18. Looking at her, you know that if you now you know that you can possibly still heal her with magic, but you need to extract these bullets, and the time is running out.
Okay. In that case, I will take a moment to say a word to my god, and harness my divine power. As my bonus action if we're going in timing. And then, yeah, I will take the tweezers from the healing kit.
Okay,
I will pull away the part of her shirt that's in the way.
Okay.
And inspect the wounds. Do I see any of the bullets?
You do not see them, but give me a perception check.
23.
23. As you begin to sit there and look over, you feel residual magic coming from them. It's like as you focus deeply, you see them. They're kind of pouring out of her wounds.
Are all 3 wounds bleeding or just one?
All 3 wounds are currently bleeding.
All right. Are any of them close to her heart?
There is one close to her heart.
Okay, I'll start with that one. Try and take the bullet out.
Okay.
So I'm
Give
compressing
me-
down on either side. Just to stem as much blood flow as I can, and then I'm just gonna.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
19.
Nice. With the tweezers, you focus on where this magical signature is coming from. You slide the tweezers over and you slightly pull apart the wound and slide the tweezers in there, and you you feel the metal. You make sure you have it, and you slowly extract it.
Mm-hmm. I'll put that bullet in my pocket in case
Okay.
it's relevant to the wound later on, and I'll
Okay.
start on the second one.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
Perception this time.
Mm-hmm. This is a tandem check. So you tandem
Right.
checks.
Okay. So 16.
Okay, nice. You fill out exactly where this next bullet is. Please give me
20.
another check. Oh, beautiful, Yeva. Yet again, you find the bullet and slowly extract it. And this time, as you pull the bullet out, you know this signature of magic. This bullet had chill touch imbued on it.
Sick. That's not in Yeva's voice. He's not happy about that, but in real life, that's pretty cool. Okay, in that case, I will say a word to Ogma. Guide me. And I will go for the third one.
1 second, hold on. Never mind.
Sick. You can keep that roll to yourself.
Yeah, that was for something
We just
else.
rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Josh has just crashed a car into a wall. Regardless, yeah, I will take a 9 plus 13 for perception.
13 for perception.
That's as good as I could get.
Okay, you can make this deck check, but the DC's higher now.
Oh no, you did not just do that. That 8 was right next to that B. Don't fucking lie to me. That's a 13.
13. As you dig in, you try and catch the bullet and try to pull it out, but you feel your tweezers slip. I need a dex save to see if you can try and grab it at the last minute.
Nope.
Nope.
Where's the bullet going? Further in?
It's slightly further in now as the dex save. You watch as it kind of pulses again. She loses another death saving throw.
Okay, I'm gonna try and prestidigitation some of the blood out the way.
Okay, I like that. You do that. And Rakan, give me one performance check and give me an athletics check, Elovia.
Shit, that's a 9.
Hey, that's about 20.
21. Bastion, as you what? I hear myself. Oh, Bastion, as you're standing there waiting, you see these headlights showing up. As you can see, as your eyes narrow in, you can see Rakan and Zeltrin like holding the wheel slightly. As Rakan,
just like Grand Theft Auto driving.
okay, Rakan, give me a dex check.
19.
As you're driving, Zeltrin says, "Stop!" As you move your foot to move your foot over and slam on the brake, and it stops just before Bastion.
At least he's worked out which one's the brake.
And Zeltrin was telling him on the way.
I gotta run over to the driver's side and pretty much just pull Rakan out, open the door and pull him out. Go help Yeva. And then I'm gonna just hop in the driver's seat.
At this point in time, you see Elovia just running up the street.
Oh, I don't know if this is safe, but can Elovia run barefooted?
Sure.
Like, okay, in terms of hygiene and, I don't want Elovia stepping on glass.
Sure, that's fine.
As we've like come to a stop, and then I've got out, and then we see Elovia catching up and running past, I'm gonna start jogging with her.
Okay. But at this point in time, you guys all make it to Viviana's body as Yeva standing over her. Bastion, you're just in the car, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the car as close to where Viviana is lying as possible. If I need to jump the curb, I'm gonna jump the curb.
Okay.
I try to carry Viviana to the car.
Elovia, I need to get this bullet out first.
Zeltrin also hops out.
Nice.
It's just shit. Okay. I haven't done this in a while either. You mind if I try and help you, Eva?
I can try, but I think I've got an idea.
Okay. He's gonna still give you the help action, so you can still make these two.
I'll tell you what you could do. If you can hold this in place, and I'll get him to do the compression, so I've got 2 hands instead of 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I will bring the drift globe right over the wound.
Okay.
With the light, prestidigitation, the blood out the way.
Nice.
Possibly cool it down a bit as well, just ice it a little bit, and then I will make my checks.
Okay.
Oh, then what happened to that dice? 18.
Nice. You see, you ascertain, you feel the signature, you know where the bullet is.
And that is a 16 for the dex check.
Nice. With Zeltrin helping, the drift globe, the prestidigitation, and the cooling lowered the DC enough, and you're able to get the bullet out.
Okay, sure. Have I got a magnifying glass? Have I got anything to sew it together? Do I have any string? What spells do I have? Do they do anything? I'm not letting this fucking NPC die. Get me out of here.
You extract the bullet. You pocket it for later. You now know that you can now cure her, give her potions, whatever you need. It will seal up the wounds. However, she did go a little deep. But since she went deep enough, well, you'll see. But just continue.
I have a choice here. Big choice. So this will give guaranteed 10 HP, and it will do it over time. No, never mind. I used Harness Divinity to get my spell power, didn't I? Alright. Cure Wounds is the best thing I can do, I think.
Okay.
Just good berry, huh?
That's it. Cure Wounds.
That's a 7.
Okay. You.
I haven't got any other spell slots, but if we have another potion, anyone. No, actually, hold off on the potion. I'll just Cure Wounds her.
Okay. You cure wounds her. Some of the wounds seal up, and you feel that she's out of danger.
Okay.
You stabilize.
I'd like to do one last
However-
thing before we get moving, though.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take some wax, some sealing wax from inside my bag. I'm gonna heat it gently with prestidigitation, and just place it sort of over the wounds, but with sort of like the cloth from the healing kit in between. So I've got them like sort of bandaged a little bit, and then I'll turn to sorry, my brain's gone dead. Turn to Alovia. Say we need to move her as gently as possible. Will you help me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get her lied down in the back of the car.
Alright, Alovia's gonna actually take off her cloak. Her nice fur cloak. And put it on the back seat of the car, kind of like lay it out. Put Vivian on it. And yeah, I'll help move her.
All right. You guys move her into the car. There's not enough room for there's enough room for everybody, but she's laying in the back. Who's going? You're muted.
We'll throw Zeltron in the boot.
Okay.
Bastian's driving, right?
Yep.
Yeva can I crouch in the footwell literally so that I'm right next to her body to try and keep her stable?
Sure.
Okay. I'm assuming Lovia's going to have to go in the front and...
No, I think I'm going on the roof.
Ah,
You go on the roof?
Which puts Rokan in the front seat. Nice.
I'll just walk back.
What, to the hospital?
Sure. If you guys drive, I will bury myself there.
Rokan, it's okay. When the car's driven properly, it's far less dangerous. Let's get there together, yeah? If there's a spare seat in the front, we might need you. We might need your magic. Don't want you separated.
Zelchin looks over to Rokan. I'll go with you. I'm not gonna let him go by himself. I'll walk with you.
Yeah, he's gonna get lost.
Up to you, Rokan.
Is that fine?
All right, agreed.
Don't
Let's
worry.
go.
I got this.
I don't need to worry. I have this, and then left it off.
All right, let's just go.
Whatever happens,
Start
Bastian, put
driving
your
away.
foot down.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Or use thaumaturgy on my own voice and shout out the window. No, she has a siren, right?
No. She's a detective.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant she said something about the siren in the first one. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
we're an ambulance at this point.
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
much. But yeah, everyone drives the car as before leaving. Zelchin gives you like the general directions of where that hospital is. Guys are taking your way past the flaming cars and going through as people start to congregate, and some more are coming out of their houses to look around to see exactly what happened because it's like a war zone outside. You drive through Midtown. The lights passing in the car as you're back there stabilizing.
Sorry, the
Viviana.
reason why I got in the back as well, if it's possible, I'd like to try and ease the shield underneath her, and then start tying her down onto the shield so that we can use it as a stretcher to get her out as soon as we get there.
Okay, I won't make you roll for
can
that.
use
That's
rope.
fine. Yeah, it was rope you tie her down to keep her stabilized and be able to move her out. And as you guys drive through Midtown, you see the people walking by, passing by as the lights in the shops are beginning to dim and go off. Making your way through the.
Bastion. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
I guess from the roof. Does this thing have windows?
Yeah, it has windows.
All right. Is it rolled down, Bastion?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna like kind of call over from the top of the roof. So, give me a rundown of what happened.
We were escorting the drow to the police station. A couple cars pulled up, opened fire, threw incendiary devices. The drow was killed. And Viviana took several hits. More details when we get to the hospital. Look out for a demon. In a car.
You think it was a demon?
I don't know. Good shorthand to describe it for now. It was tall, flames, didn't touch it. I don't know.
I don't mean to be the ominous one, but we have seen red eyes staring at us from the distance before, and blue. Let us hope that it's a demon.
You know, when Kira was giving us that summary in the very beginning, I swear to God, he said one eye, like eye singular, like
He
a
did
blue
say his
eye.
eye is blue. Is that correct, Karen? No, I mean, did you say eye or eyes?
I did say I.
Okay, cool.
we
Yeah,
got
cool. We're
recorded.
just clarifying that is genuinely what you
Yeah.
said. Okay, cool.
All right. You guys eventually make it to the hospital. It's just of all the buildings you see, this is probably the most normal. You see even see people still at this time of night, which is like around 11 p.m. People are still pouring in and out. Some people in wheelchairs rolling by. As you as Yeva and who else is grabbing Viviana in the back to just take her in.
I guess I will, but I'm gonna put my shoes on before I do that.
Okay, you throw your shoes on and help Yeva as you run inside, leaving Bastion to probably park the car or say fuck it, park it yourself. as you get to the front, and right behind the desk, you see some people being wheeled out past you down the hallway. This Eric Cochran woman, so she has like these she's in the shape of a raven. She has black feathers, and she looks. What is the meaning? Who? Viviana. What happened?
She's
And
stable, but she's under pressure. I've taken the bullets out the wounds. She's got 3 bullet wounds, and she's got a cracked skull at the back of her head. We've got compressions on all of them. They're bandaged, but I can do no more from the street. We need to get her in to see a professional. We need her in now.
Oh, thank Akma. So she's come with me, come this way. And she begins to lead you down.
We're carrying her still on the shield, or are we putting on a hospital stretcher of some sort?
She said, come on.
Okay, right, cool, let's go.
Come on. And we will leave you guys there. Rakan and Zeltrin, are you enjoying your walk?
It's is it a quiet night?
I mean, now that you're off the block, yeah, it's quite quiet.
It's a nice quiet night. Rockan's probably lost in thought, staring at the stars.
You continue to walk. Zeltrin kind of like, first he was kind of like walking backwards, his hands up, looking, just walking back, and then he kind of stumbles up and catches up with you. Hey, you all right? Good.
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I mean, you just seem a bit more distracted than usual.
Well, a lot of things have been happening. A lot of things are happening that we don't know anything about.
True. I mean, this is like you heard me shoot my gun, right? But is this your first time seeing something like that?
You mean a car crash?
That was no car crash.
What was it?
That was a planned hit. Like, I mean, they leave and then they're beset upon by cars and shot at. That drow is dead. Like, you saw his body.
Well. Fuck you, Navi.
Damn it, Navi.
Well, maybe he knew things. Maybe he was late to a party. We don't know.
Late to a party? So he died?
You people do weird things. I don't know, okay?
I just... This... What are you looking to do, Rakan? Like, with your life, what are you looking to do?
With this life I'm currently living,
Yeah. What are you looking to do with this?
I don't have anything specific. I mean, I was sent here to help. I don't know how well I'm doing at that, but I'm trying.
So, I understand that you are son of some god, right? I don't really believe in God, so that shit doesn't really faze me. But
Interesting thing to say to a god.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could blow your head off; it wouldn't matter. But
You could try.
We're not gonna get into
Roll
dick measuring
initiative.
over here. We're not gonna get into dick measuring. I'm just saying. If you're gonna be able to make tough decisions,
What are you doing
about what?
with your life?
Well, I know what I want.
Which is
How to rule this place.
it's a bit shallow,
Is it?
isn't it?
I don't live that. I don't live as long as you, Rakan. I gotta get what I can get while it's good.
Which is why you should make the most.
And I am. And he shoots his gun in the air. I definitely am.
Is that really it? You get money, you get people knowing who you are, and then you get in one bad fight and you're dying on the floor, and all you can look back on is
Sorry, not all of us are fucking immortal. And that's
Hmm.
one thing you need to understand. You talk about me being shallow about things I want, but I don't live forever. I don't get a chance to restart.
are you implying I can restart?
That's what it sounds like to me.
You think that that my actions don't have
Consequences?
yes.
I don't think so. Not really.
And why is that?
Who's your dad? Plutonius? What's his name?
Pluto.
Plutarch? Yeah. He said that he sent you here to judge us or whatever the fuck else.
I never said to judge you.
I guess I heard wrong. I don't know. Talking to you just made me really annoyed. I need a fucking drink.
Maybe it's not me you're annoyed at.
You know what? Let's get you a new experience before going to the hospital. Want to go get drunk?
What?
Do you?
What?
Is that a yes? I hear yes. He throws his arm around your neck and starts heading down the opposite. He turns down the street and starts heading another way.
Okay. As
Our friend is dying in the hospital, and Zeltra's like, let's get correct.
as he does that, can I like stealthily put some rocks in his pocket?
You will put some rocks in his pocket.
Wow.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
That's a 20.
That's 20. I'm gonna roll his. I'm gonna roll. See if he notices. Oh, perception is trash. He's got rocks in his pocket. He does not know. And we'll leave you there. And we go back to the hospital. As you guys are kind of as you guys were brought to an operating room. you're giving your shield back and you're giving your cloak back as she's put on a stretcher and pulled into the operating room, and you see the doctor kind of rushes behind. This burly orc with like glasses that sit at the bridge of his nose. You see he puts on a mask, he has the gloves on, and he's just, let's go. And he walks inside into the operating room.
Doctor, can I come in, please? I'm a healer.
You're a healer.
Well, I'll stay silent.
She's
a friend, close friend.
Nurse, sterilize him and make sure he comes into my operating room.
I'll turn to the nurse. No problem, and I'll sterilize myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you at least need to wear a mask. And he walks inside. As you.
Ava,
yes,
before
Olivia.
you go, can you prestidigitation my cloak? Make it not bloody again.
I'll sort of look at her like she's being absolutely ridiculous and just walk straight into the medicine room.
Why is that?
Because she's dying. This is not the time.
Cantrip.
They're out getting drunk. You want a clean cloak? Ask Bastian. He'll mend it.
I don't see. Does Bastion have it?
I don't know. Find out. Yeah, I'm sort of very focused on. I think
Bastion does have it.
As a player, I would definitely have cleaned your cloak. As Yeva, he's just like, what? Clothing? Really? No. Straight in he goes.
It's not like he has any spell slots. Yeah, I don't know why he's having such a big deal about it.
I can just see Olivia just like, why is he being such a dick? But you guys, you get into the operating room. Yeva, you guys had done a lot of the work for him. He mostly just settles her, but he mostly works around on her cranial area, bandaging the wounds and trying to put things back together. There, you're in there for about maybe 5 hours during this operation. And alongside with you healing and curing her, at least so much as you can, I'll help as well. You guys have successfully saved Viviana. However, she does not wake up.
Oh no.
She does not wake up. And at this point in time, as you guys are waiting there, you see Rakan and Zeltrin finally come in. Rakan, did you drink at all, or did you slide a hand in? What did you do?
Yeah, he would have had one drink. Thought it was gross, and then I guess Zeltron would have needed to make like a persuasion check to try and keep me drinking.
All right. We'll definitely get that scene a little later, but
Okay.
At this point in time, Zeltrin and you walk in finally into this into the area. Yeva, are you still you're pretty sure you're outside now, because at this time, after everything happened, you guys are now outside of her and now by her room.
Well, I've spoken to the doctor, but apart from that, yeah, I'm outside.
So at this point in time, you guys can, knowing that there's nothing else you guys can do currently. Does anyone else do anything before you guys take a long rest?
Yeah, I'd like to speak to the doctor.
Okay. You watch as he kind of comes by with their chart and everything. He's just, Yeva, I didn't think you'd still be here.
Thank you for what you've done, Doctor.
No,
she
should be thanking you.
She's not going to come round, is she?
You can only wait.
Alright. I know this might not be the time, but the way you operated in there, it's a lot of this more mechanical, less magical healing that I would truly like to learn. If at some point you need some magical assistance and would let me come by and volunteer to learn what I can, I'd really appreciate it. And I'm so sorry, Doctor, I didn't catch your name.
Urshna.
Sorry, I only caught the second half of that.
Urshna,
I just got Shna. I was like, all right, Shna. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, Urshna, thank you. Yeah. And then at that point, it's been a hell of a long night. I think I had to get some sleep and clean a coat for someone.
Yeah, Ilovia is sleeping in the waiting room. Like she's on a chair, her head is propped up.
When I come,
It's like probably like 4 in the morning or
Mhm.
something. She's sleeping.
when I come out to Alovia and see her like that, I'd like to tap her gently on the shoulder, after prestidigitationing her cloak. Hey, it's time to go home.
Oh,
I'm sorry about earlier. I was concerned for Viviana, but she
That's
may
okay,
not wake.
oh. What?
She may not wake, ever. She may remain in the coma that she's in. I thought it best you heard this
So-
from me.
You're telling me that even with all of the technology in this place,
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes the human body is the human body. Well, she's not human, is she? But still, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. The body is the body. Sometimes it's time, and I don't mean that in a sense of fate at all. I mean, sometimes too many bits of the internal workings of a body are damaged for anyone to fix them. Sometimes the body needs to fix itself, and we can wait, and that might happen. And she seemed like a fighter. She may well come around. But sometimes the only thing you can do is try your best and wait. And hope. Not all problems can be fixed.
extremely unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm not showing it on my face, but Ilovia is disturbed by the news.
The whole point of you ever talking so gently like this is that he is well aware that Olivia has been through this, so... Alright, I'm gonna stay here, but if you want to get home...
Yeah.
Bastian is around somewhere.
It's been a long ass day and night. Feels like 3 days,
Yeah, Bastian's been trying to be as unobtrusive and as kind of hidden as possible because he doesn't want to upset people in a hospital by seeing a old Warforged and
by existing.
yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. He doesn't want to cause any of the people already in a hospital to be anxious about him being there.
What are you doing, Rakon?
That depends. Am I drunk?
Give me a con save.
$16.
We're not drunk.
Um,
Zeltrin, however, is passed out.
that's it. I had a bunch of geology jokes lined up. He's probably just, I mean, he's never set foot in a hospital before. He's probably just looking around and watching people.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Zeltrin's collar of his shirt and I'm just gonna sling him onto my back as if he were a coat.
He doesn't even fight. You're surprised at how light he actually is.
I'm
You
not.
just, you just sling him
It's
over.
Ilovia.
You're right. You just sling him over, and he's just just slopped over your shoulder. What? You guys, so I'm assuming Rakan, Lovi, and Bastion, you guys are all heading back to the agency, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. With Bastion driving, you guys make it back to the Lonesome Detective AG unfettered. Driving past the destroyed cars, the people have already dispersed at this point. You can see some of the
there.
Huh?
Is the drow still there?
No, his body is
Anything
gone.
with that body. Okay.
No, you see the body. His body is gone. You can see a lot of the area is kind of like taped off. They're telling you that the guard was here and they did what they had to do. But you guys make it back to the agency, and you guys can take your long rest.
All right.
would like to point out that I kind of just throw Zeltron onto the couch. Like, you know how, like, when you come home from a long day of work and you just throw your cloak onto the couch? That's what she's doing.
He still doesn't. He doesn't move. He's like slightly sliding off. The slobber is on his lips. It's coming out his chin. Yeah.
If Elovia weren't so tired, she might tuck him in, but she's dead tired, so he's just gonna have to deal with that.
Rokan's gonna go to Jethro's room, and even though he doesn't need to sleep, he's gonna climb into bed and sleep.
Okay. You lay down and close your eyes, and curl up, and fall asleep. Rakan. During the night.
God, is that you?
Dad?
Indeed it is. Hello. As you're sleeping and the darkness takes you, you find yourself, your eyes open as you're kind of wake up in Jethro's room. You look around and the stars looking out the window, you see it's just the city has disappeared. It is only a sea of stars outside. You turn to your right as you see the agency itself begins to kind of disperse and disappear into like fragments. You only have the window in front of you and you have the door behind you. Which way do you go?
Window.
You begin to climb out of the window. As you step out, gravity takes you. Are you going to hold on to the windowsill or are you going to fall?
I'm gonna fall.
Okay. As you let yourself fall, falling into this nebula, the sea of stars twinkling, it's like you hit water. As you look around, you see these purples and blues, just stars and just cosmic bodies maneuvering around you. And as you swim forward, it's just that normal weightness of you just moving water out of the way. That sensation follows you. And as you look ahead, you see constellations begin to dim, turn black, and blank out. As you see this large, it's like a mass of black approaching toward you. And as it begins to careen towards you, it begins to suck in the stars, pull them in. You can see as the light begins to bend and stretch, and you feel yourself being pulled toward it. I need you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
He's getting attacked in his sleep.
16.
16. As you're being pulled, you feel as if there are these nails scratching at the back of your brain and moving forward and up around. You almost are able to hear a voice. And as you pull yourself back, you wake up in the morning. Birds singing. The sounds of pedestrians cursing as they drive their cars into traffic. Honking of horns. And perhaps the smell of food. I'm not sure if anyone's cooking as everyone wakes up.
For the record, Yeva stayed in the room with.
Yeah, I know. I know you
reveled
stayed
there. Yeah.
I'd imagine that Elovia would be cooking for Zeltron and Rokan and herself.
All right, what you cooking? What you cooking, girl?
Well, she knows she actually specializes in meats, considering where she comes from. very protein heavy and not so vegetable heavy.
Nice. Okay, got you. As you're down there cooking and preparing food, Bastion, where are you? What's up?
Well, Bastion's grabbing anything he can find in the house or in Viviana's garage that he can build a new steel defender with.
Okay, cool. Just give me a quick investigation check. See if you find some good stuff in her garage. Jethro was a bit of a tinkerer, so you'll find some stuff.
10.
All right, yeah, you find some stuff to build Phalanx back, but when he's not as pristine as he once was.
Doesn't
He's got
look as
patches
good.
of steel. You find like a toaster. It's an old toaster. You took some of those parts.
A little aluminum siding for
aluminum
fun.
siding.
It's like the mango from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Pretty much, exactly. You found a little fishing hook. You said, "Okay, what's up?"
Actually, where's the Ava during this?
Yeah, Ava's still in the. He's still in the hospital. He stayed by Viviana's side.
Okay. It's very weird to be in this place while its owner is on death's door. I must admit, I am not very comfortable.
As you say that, well, I mean, let's not let it go to waste. And you see Zelchin's kind of like stretching out. He has like a slobber mark on his face, and he's just like, oh, great. I'm glad you're cooking because I can't cook for shit. So, but he goes to the fridge and pulls out like a can of beer. Hair of the dog, right?
Okay, I'm gonna pull the collar of his neck. Young man, go wash your face and go brush your teeth.
Yes, ma'am. he turns around. He watches. He kind of turns around. He's like padding. He's like, "Oh shit, I think I left my gun on the couch." All right, he just starts to head to the washroom. And as you say that, and you turn around to return back to what you're cooking, you just hear, "Well, you keep bringing surprises." And you hear Violet behind you, and she's like, she's not in that dress currently. She's wearing like this she's wearing like Jethro's robe, but it's not as and I'll give it to you now, Yeva. It's a halfling size robe. It's not a full size robe, so it doesn't really fully cover her.
Sorry, I missed this. Which robe?
So as she's like, you see as she like kind of walks past you a little bit, sit down. You see there's a J on the back of the robe.
Oh right, sorry. You were giving when you said you'll give it to me. You meant like out of game, right? Because obviously Yevas can't see this. That's why I was confused. I was like, shit, was it me? Yeah, good. God, that's what we like to hear.
She sits down and well, I like what you're cooking.
Thanks. It was a very hectic night last night. Unfortunately, Viviana doesn't seem to be doing too well.
Oh no, I actually slept through it. I didn't hear any of it.
Well, I felt it was rude to, interrupt a stranger, so I just grabbed my companions and we left.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. Are you okay?
It's a lot to take in. I feel like a squatter.
Well, I'm sure she'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. It's we'll replace some of the food before she gets back. I'm sure she'll be back.
What do you think? How well did you know Viviana?
Too well. I met her like once or twice on occasion.
Tinder.
No, not Tinder.
Right.
I met her once or twice on. Once or twice on occasion. RivenworthSingles.com, baby. But no. She's an impressive woman. I'm sure she'll be fine.
How do you think Jethro would react if he were to find out about her state?
I'm sure, from what I know, they were like family. So I know Jethro probably be either on a warpath or be by her side. Either way, he'll definitely be sad or angry. I would hope angry, because I would be angry.
Bastion? And then I don't know where Bastion is. I'm assuming he's still in the garage.
Hmm.
So how is this? Is it like the main dining area? There's a hallway and then like a door to the garage, or do you need to like walk out over to the garage?
Yeah, there's like you walk out, there's a door to the garage.
All right, I'm gonna excuse myself and then head out towards the garage.
As you do so, she kind of and you walk out, and you find Bastion in there working on Phalanx.
That's quite the creation you got going on there, pal.
Thank you. I am having to improvise more than I am accustomed to, as I'm like welding a wrench on to like serve as a piece of him.
Put it on his forehead so he's like a unicorn.
The Triceratops, so he's already got 3 horns.
I think we should find Jethro. I think that should be our top priority. Of course, missing children do concern me, but I see a lot of myself in Jethro, and that worries me.
Jethro, also being a learned investigator, might be very useful in then tracking down children. Yeva and I are both smart, but neither of us are practiced in this particular trade. My time as a soldier has not really helped me do urban reconnaissance, so Jethro could be incredibly helpful in fulfilling our other goals as well. So I'm with you.
Only that, but I feel like we owe it to Viviana.
It would be a kindness to her.
And, if he is like me, as much as I get the feeling he is, if he finds out, he's going to leave very quickly.
Likely.
At the time you hear, all right, I washed my food, nice. That's all you hear.
Yeah, he gets to eat. He cleaned himself up, so he gets eating privileges.
Eating privileges.
What is Rakan doing at this point in time?
He is laid in bed, staring at the ceiling.
And that is where you'll stay?
For the moment, yeah, he just experienced one hell of a trip there. So, yeah, he's thinking about that.
I'm gonna call Rakan down for breakfast, but I'm not gonna go in his room. I'm just gonna yell from downstairs.
You don't hear a response.
Must still be sleeping.
More for me. I mean, us.
Make sure you leave some for everybody else. If I catch you eating all of it.
He kind of just puts his gun on the table. He just has to eat. We will flash over to Yeva. As you're sitting in the chair, your shield next to you, the sunlight peeking through the blinds. As you finally, what are you doing, Yeva? You sat there in the chair. What are you doing? You're muted.
Thank you. Sorry, I was typing so much. As I come out of my reverie, I've probably gone straight back over to Vivian. And I'm talking to her. I'm saying, hey, we haven't known you long, but there's a connection here. This isn't meant to be the end. This isn't meant to be where it stops. I'm beseeching my god. I'm beseeching Ogma. And in doing so, I'll expend every single spell slot I have and my Radiant Aura, trying to get it to come back. Including sacrificing half my life.
James, you son of a bitch. Health. Okay, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Am I trying to persuade the DM or
What's the difference here at this point?
Oh, sorry, I'm on the sheet.
Persuasion with advantage.
Let's say, yeah, it's 13.
Okay. Now I'm gonna roll something.
Assuming the number of healing doesn't actually make any difference. Because it is quite large.
As you... For that, okay. Alright. I need to roll one more thing. As you try and expend all you can, beseeching your God and putting your actual life force into her, you sit and wait and wait. There's still no response. But you do see her face slightly crack a smile.
If it's okay at that point after I mean, that's sort of a couple of hours, so I don't know if you want to go back to people, because that's, yeah.
Okay. You're going to stay there,
I'm
Yeva?
pretty exhausted. Well, I'd actually like to go and speak to any doctor around.
Okay. You can find Urshna. He's still around. He left, came back, did his thing.
Hey.
Hey. Well, I was going to ask if you slept, but you're an elven.
Hey.
You only need 4 hours.
Took some rest. I
That's
also
good.
put everything I've got into Viviana and got a small lip twitch, which is a good sign, right?
That is good.
But
Yeah.
I've realized there's so much that I don't know. I've been in study for over 1,000 years, but technology has moved forward more recently,
Quite.
and I've been living under a rock. I mean, look, and I'll take up my healer's kit and I'll show him, like, this is what I've got for healing when it comes to non-magical healing. And yes, my magic is powerful, but sometimes the practical approach is something better. And especially, I have a friend who's a warforged, and healing him is going to be a whole new learning lesson.
Yeah. Well,
Have you operated on a warforged before?
not really. The thing about warforges is that, they're metal on top of magic. And they're mostly powered by magic. So magic will feed them. It keeps their joints running, everything like that.
Huh.
So magic will work. In terms of fixing the body, you can go to the car, you can go to the mechanic shop. That could probably work. I don't mean to be, no offense to your friend.
It's understandable. It's good to know that the magic will hit him the way that I want it to, but if I ever have a friend in a clutch like this again, I want to learn. I'm a fast learner.
I think I can help you. All right. Well, first of all, let's get this, whatever you call this. He takes your healer's kit and throws it away.
Bye. That saved Viviana's life. But cool. Bye.
He throws it away. He calls the nurse over.
By the way, sorry. The one thing I forgot to mention is, for the first time ever, in the presence of this campaign, even throughout sleep, Yeva has actually taken his armor off and put it in the bag of holding, and is dressed in far more appropriate clothing.
All right.
I'm not walking around in plate mail. Just thought I'd make that clear.
The nurse comes back with this a newer bag for you. It has way more upgraded tools for healing. You see a lot of this Arcana tech in here. You see that you also can take. You should see it in there. It's called the Tri Spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Tri Spectacle. It has different modes for seeing different things. You can even, I believe I put it. You can also see signatures of magic with it as well. And he hands it over to you. There you go. This should be better for whatever you're trying to do. That thing, I haven't seen that never, because I'm an orc. I don't last that long.
Well, still saves lives, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What was the name of the item inside? Sorry.
It should be Triglass Spectacle.
Oh, is it actually on D&D Beyond? Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Search RTC first, because for Return to Cassiopeia.
I'm just finishing off adding the custom item that was the upgraded healing kit. I'll now go and find the RTC. Oh, nothing comes up at all. Quite easy at all.
Nothing.
Do you
Alright,
need parenthesis first?
Yeah, parentheses first. Open parentheses. I mean, yeah, open parentheses. Try glass spectacle.
We'll work it out.
Yeah. I'll throw it in there.
Bizarre,
He's like, sis. He's like, all right, and I guess here's an upgraded edition of the it's like a healer's manual.
Oh yeah.
That shows more upgraded techniques and more modern medical techniques for you. So now I don't show you have it already, but you can after you finish reading this book, you'll be able to make medicine checks with advantage.
Thank you.
No problem. Always happy to help. You definitely helped last night. You saved this woman's life. And if you excuse me, I gotta go walk around the hospital and make sure no one else is dying.
Of course.
News.
Well, at that point, now that I've grabbed that, and I'll keep hold of the book, but I won't read it quite yet.
Okay.
There's a magic store in town, right? Incarnate,
There
I think
is.
they called it. Or are they two different places, the magic store and Incarnate?
They're two different places.
I'd probably rather go to the Incarnate.
So you want to go to the Incarnate Collective?
Yeah, I mean, what I'd probably do is walk outside and ask anybody if there's a way of getting a ride there.
I see.
Basically anybody and everybody, regardless of whether they look like they know anything or not. Until somebody can tell me to get a cab.
Okay. My question is, when you do that, you walk outside. You find this woman that's kind of sitting there. You see that she has like a familiar nurse's outfit on, and she's like sitting there eating her food and her breakfast. And we walk out, and you take the time to like ask her, where the Incarnate Collective is.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah, I wasn't quite going to tell them where I was going. I was just going to ask if there's a way of getting another car to drive me somewhere.
Okay, my bad. So then,
idiot tourist trying to find out what a taxi is.
Okay, got you. So at this case, she's like, yeah, you could just walk out to the corner here. You'll see a sign. It'll be Terra car pickup. Just wait.
Yeah, and I'll go there and wait.
Okay. We'll put you there.
Thank you.
And as for Rakan, Bastion, and Olovia, what are you guys doing?
Sorry, just last thing. I probably would also have. I'm still in contact range, right? Or am I out
you're
of
still
range?
contact
Yeah,
range,
so
yeah.
I'd probably have just let Olovia know. Sort of tap in. I've been learning at the hospital. I'd like to go to the Incarnate to investigate the bullets that were inside Viviana. I'm happy to go alone, but if anybody's looking for me, that's where I'll be. Over and out.
I'm assuming Zeltrin is just cleaning his plate.
Yeah, he's kind of like. I assume that you told him to wash dishes. So he's just
okay,
kind of.
I'm not that mean. Like, I've already given him enough shit about like not washing his face, not like brushing his teeth. But I am going to make a plate for Rakan before Zeltrin can eat everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He cleans his plate. He's kind of sitting there picking his teeth. And yeah, you make the plate for Rakan. So whenever he comes down, he can have some or whatever you guys choose to do.
He's coming down the stairs now. In like a very like slow pace. And he kind of saunters into the room.
I'm going to assume, I know he doesn't, but Movia is going to assume that he has a hangover because Zeltrin smelled like alcohol and Zeltrin was with Rakan. Knowing Zeltrin, he probably told Rakan to drink. So she's just going to assume that he has a hangover. Oh, hey bud, you feeling all right? And then she's gonna hand him the plate.
He's gonna take the plate and look at it, and then look at Olovia. Yeah. Are you?
Yes. Thanks for asking. Here, I made you some food. You better eat it quick before Zeltrin gets to it.
He can have it.
I resent that.
I'm just gonna put the plate on the table.
He looks at Elovia and looks down.
I guess.
And then he's gonna like go sit on the couch.
Young Rakan's having a hard day. All right. What is Bastion doing?
Well, if I'm done with Phalanx, I'm gonna come in and just check in with everyone, see what they're up to, see what our day has in store for us.
We should get back onto this Jethro case. Rakan, you've been spending a lot of time in Jethro's room. Did you see anything weird that might have prompted him to leave? Earth to Rakan? Earth to Rakan? Are you okay?
I thought I heard. No, I didn't see anything.
Okay, and Ilori is just gonna relieve him. I'm gonna search his room. I mean, she has no reason to think that he's lying.
Sure. Rokan's gonna follow you upstairs.
Okay. You head on up to Jethro's place. Bastion, you gonna follow? You're gonna stay downstairs?
No, I'm gonna start corresponding with Yeva with the gems and just ask him where he is, what's going on, and
I got one of these very interesting terror cars. Apparently you just wait and they pick you up and take you where you want to go. You don't even need directions. They're amazing. And I'm headed to the Incarnate.
Incarnate. Would you like us to meet you there?
Perhaps, although there's so much we need to do. We need to find Jethro. We need to check in with Elliot. We need to speak to Mr. Tierslin about funding. We need to inquire about buying property, albeit without Viviana's guidance, I guess, for now. And without being preemptive, this is the second child of a Grand Council member that we have discovered under threat. We should probably tell Mr. Tiersling and see whether he can contact his fellow council members and make sure their children are safe. So, and we'd probably better tell the authorities that there are a couple of red-eyed and blue-eyed demons running around. Yeah, pretty busy, so it's up to you. We can meet, or we can try and get more done by being separate.
Alright, I'll ask the others. And I'm not... At the moment, it kind of seems like we can house sit for Viviana until she gets better, so I'm not sure if shopping for real estate needs to be on the top of the list.
I want that child to have a bed to sleep in tonight.
He just wakes up and there's like a bunch of kids just running around her place.
We are going to build an orphanage, aren't we?
As you're sitting there talking in the message gem, Zelchin's like, "Oh, Bastion, you want?" "Oh, I forgot you can't." It just continues to eat.
It's not that I can't.
Jill's just like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way up to Jethro's room, you want to say something, Eva? Oh, okay. As you make your way up to Jethro's room and you open the door and look in, give me an investigation check. Alovia. And tell me, what are you looking for? Just any clues?
Yeah. Anything that seems out of the
I'll go behind you.
ordinary. I can't fucking see
Behind
shit.
you.
Yep. I can hear her.
Oh.
She's not sneaky.
I'm blind.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Alovia, you find absolutely nothing. Maybe a few rocks here and there, but that's because Rakamis was sleeping here, but that's it.
He just secretes
You
rocks
probably,
whenever he's
see,
nervous.
you probably see the bricks on the floor and a hole in the wall. You probably can't miss that.
I mean, it's up
much.
to the DM on whether or not I missed that. With
No,
the
you can,
3A.
you can see that. Rakan didn't really try and hide it. But that's all you see. You just see books and the telescope, and you just see the bed that's been ruffled up because Rakan didn't make it, and yeah, that's what you see.
Rakan, do you know anything about this hole?
Yes.
Okay, what do you know?
So I was meditating and I was thinking about what had happened to Jethro and the weird signal he was hearing. And I managed to tune into it, and I found the source of it behind that wall. It was a book that had a red gem on it, and the book was called Quivering Twilight. And I don't know if the story has anything to do with the signal, or maybe it's to do with the gem. Everyone kept talking about how it's a love story, but the story, it has a disturbing ending. And now the book's missing.
I'm not gonna lecture you on lying, but don't lie. Anyway.
What did I lie about?
Not finding anything weird in the room.
Well,
Anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alovia just kind of gives you a stern look, but she brushes it off. Rakan, did you move this telescope at all?
No, I keep wanting to find something when I look into it, but I'm yet to.
Okay, I'm gonna look through the telescope. And what is it pointing towards?
It's just pointing straight up into the sky, but it's daytime now, so. But that's all it's looking up to. You see puffy clouds and blue skies.
Olivia, I had a dream last night.
What kind of dream?
It was... It's hard to explain. I was here, but this house was partly evaporating. I don't know. There were stars everywhere.
Seems like average dream stuff.
No, it was like the vision I had. I saw the stars going out and this darkness swallowing everything. And
okay,
I thought I could have sworn I heard something.
When did these visions start? Or dreams, whatever you want to call them.
Well, the vision started... Well, the one vision I had happened before we fell to the center of the earth. And then the dream happened last night.
Okay, this is extremely far-fetched, but considering that you heard the buzzing, when it's nighttime, I want you to look through the telescope and see if the stars match the stars in your vision.
Okay.
I don't think it means anything, but magic has weird ways of working.
It's very true.
Are there any papers on the desk? Just like normal detective stuff?
There's no papers in here. His office was that office where Viviana usually is. So in here is mostly, you see, like, there is a small little desk, whatever, and there's like a little display case on the desk, and that's about it. Other than that, it's just books and stuff around.
What kind of books?
They're mostly things about psychology, and it's just a myriad of different subjects. You can tell that Jethro was pretty worldly and
I'm grabbing
scholarly.
that psychology book.
Okay, grab the book.
Anything on insanity or running away or hearing weird sounds?
No.
Okay.
Nothing about
yeah.
nothing about
All right,
It's
yeah,
mostly-
that's it for me.
Yeah. You keeping the book? Or are you gonna put it back?
No, I'm just gonna put it back.
Okay, cool. You pick up the you put the book back, and as you guys, I guess, vacate the room, Zelchin's done eating. He kind of puts his jacket on and stuff like that. All right, you guys going anywhere, or am I free to stay here? I'm kind of hungover.
Stay here. We have a lot to do. And I don't think we're going to be focusing too much on one thing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you should probably stay here and think about things.
From a non-metagaming standpoint, at some point during the day, I don't know where our times are overlapping, but at some point during the day, Ava would be wanting to contact Zeldrin.
All right. I would say let's. Does anyone want to do anything else before we move forward? Okay.
No.
All right. Great. So at this point in time, Zelchin stays there. You watch as Violet comes down with you guys. She's like, "You mind giving me a ride before you guys? I'm not sure exactly where you guys are going, but can you take me to the Crown Iris Casino and Hotel?"
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's where my room is, and my car is also there. So I guess when you find the time, you can go pick it up, and it's yours.
Excellent.
You guys find the time to drive her to this grandiose hotel. You see, it's like 3 skyscrapers together. And in the front, as you guys kind of drive through, you don't like the valets come up to take the car from you, but you wave them off as you're not staying. But as you drive around this fountain with this woman, it's a golden woman in front holding a golden coin. You see as you drive around this red cobbled street, and the glass doors open as you see as this a regular I can't really call him a servant, but he's an attendee at the casino. Has his suit on. He walks forward, opens the car door because you see his face. He recognizes Violet and runs over to the car, opens the door, and she's like slides out, turns around, and thank you for everything. And if you guys are ever in Eleanor, just come look me up.
We'll do just that.
And she begins to.
Once she leaves, I'm going to make a comment to Bastion. It's fucking bizarre that she decided to stay with us when her room is at this grandiose hotel.
It was a little odd. But so be it.
Oh well.
Ah well. You watch as she walks in. You want to say something, Raka? You sure?
I was just gonna say maybe there was a reason she stayed.
Maybe there was.
Yeah, what room did she stay in?
Oh, she stayed in a random room.
Random room thing.
There's a random room.
Random room. Yeah, she was a.
Okay, with an answer like that, I don't think God meant for her to be staying for anything other than to get laid.
Pretty good reason.
And maybe she did.
Oh well, the world may never know. Let's get a move on.
We never know. And you watch as she walks inside into the hotel as you guys drive off and make your way to the Incarnate Collective.
Yeah.
Are they joining me there? Fantastic.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I know for DM it makes sense to keep things together. But obviously, we're running out of time by doing everything together. But hey, I'm sure you've made allowances for that in the game, so we'll keep it easier for you.
Yeva, as the car pulls up, you come to this large building. And you immediately look at it, you see that it has the statue of Ogma here, as well as the I'm forgetting the other name. Holy shit.
Tyr?
I'm terrible. No, it's not Tyr. I'm terrible. I'm completely terrible.
Oh, sorry, you mean Mistra?
Yes, thank you.
There you go. Sorry, I realized what you were looking for now.
Yeah. You see, it has the statue of Ogma and Mistra, and you see that you could immediately tell that this building is an amalgamation of the two. The arcane and arcana and technology have married in this building. You see, it's really Romanesque as you walk toward it. Stepping up, you step up a large flight of white marble steps, and as you step in, you immediately see that it has a minor illusion of the world map across it.
Cool.
And as you walk in, you see in the different continents, it has like these red blips indicating the different branches around the world. As you step forward, you step into this. Step into this. Look at this. Actually, off my game today. There we go. As you step into the main reception area, you see you're stepping into this black marble flooring with like all these sparkling flecks of assortment of colors. And as you continue to walk forward and you step up to this larger, it's like the floor kind of like melds into this reception desk. And you see as this gnome gets up with like this dark purple hair and like these Coke bottle glasses and like this black robe with like gold etchings on it, and you can see he has across his body he has like some Arcana Tech tools on his belt. But then you see as he leans over, he also has a spell book on his back. Leans over. What are you here for? Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking to speak to somebody about a fairly confidential matter. But I'm interested in the combination of magic and bullets. Or rather, I'm trying to trace them backwards.
Well, if that's the case, you will be looking for the top developer for Arcana Tech, Solomon Lane. Watch as he leans forward, and as he leans forward, you watch as he pulls a message gem from the bottom and slides it to his ear. You have, what is your name?
Yever Adelin.
Yever Adelin here to see you about some bullets.
Tell him they're unique.
He says they're unique. Fine. And as he takes the earpiece out, Yeva, you hear behind you the footsteps of your comrades as they begin to approach behind.
Excellent timing. Zeltrin not here?
No, he had a hangover. But real quick, while we were heading on our way there, I would like to point out Elovia was intently studying Bastion and how to drive.
Okay, I like
But
that.
that's it. That's it.
If he notices her staring at him, he's just gonna start saying out loud what he's doing. It's like, so now I am taking my foot off the gas because we are nearing the intersection, slowly applying brake. Now we are shifting into third. We are.
Are you doing the same, Rakan? Or are you just looking outside?
Yeah, Rakan's daydreaming.
Okay.
He's like in a world of his own.
Okay.
Really emphasizing the mirrors too.
Allovia,
Looking in my rearview mirror, then I'm turning.
Nice. Allovia, give me a intelligence check with advantage.
That's a 14.
As you're sitting there watching Bastion, it's not too hard. You feel a few more times with Bastion in the car, you should be able to do it.
Yeah.
And as you all gather together, you approach behind Yeva. You watch as the gnome jumps down from the reception desk and walks around the other side. And he's like, "Follow me."
I know what you meant, but in my head he was sat on the reception desk and just... sorry, when I asked no Zeltrin and you said hangover, I definitely would have responded with that. Just to say, maybe we could ask him to check in on Elliot. He seemed close with the kid.
He might be the best one to do that.
I mean, obviously, whatever information we garner, we'll garner, but just to mostly to show Elliot that we still give a shit. Yeah, I don't know if... Can we send messages from inside the Incarnate, or would one of us have to step outside to do that?
You can send
Yeah,
messages.
okay, cool. I didn't know if, like, we'd set off all the alarms or something, you know?
Yeah, so you send the message?
Yeah.
Okay. You wait for a second, and then you finally hear, "Oh, shit. Yep, okay, fine."
Thanks.
There you go. And as the gnome comes around, he begins to walk you forward. As you see, he pulls out this ring of keys, each one more intricate than the next. And as he steps up to the elevator, he you see it's like this. You see it's where the elevator should be. You see it says elevator above it, but it's literally just this. You can see it's like a black shaft. As he steps up to the keyhole, he turns it, and you watch as these four. As you look around, give me a perception check, Ava. Everyone, give me a perception check here. Actually,
Perception or Arcana?
give me a perception.
Perception, yeah. Okay.
16.
I'm very intrigued how this
That's
works.
19.
I'm blind.
It's an 18.
The lights are too bright.
You're blind.
Yeah, lights are too bright.
All right, Ava didn't see it, but you all see as inside of the threshold of the shaft, you see these four, like small little pips at the bottom, and you watch as they as he turns the key, they spread open and they fire out this portal,
Fuck you.
and you all step in. As you all step in, you feel as like your stomach kind of drops, and like you feel like this kind of cold hits your heart before you step into like this lab filled with all this arcana tech spread around.
Sorry, Kurt, would that be an okay moment to take 5? Lavi's got to take a phone call.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
All right, we'll be back momentarily.
When last left you off, you guys had entered into the laboratory of Solomon Lane. As you come into this laboratory, you see all types of large arcana tech machines that are just sitting around. But the place here is very clean and very, very orderly. You see display cases that have like arcana tech weapons on the side, and you see like other things like arcana tech armor and tools just strewn about. And as you begin to walk in, you hear as you come through the portal, you hear it whoosh, and then it closes. You turn around, it closes, and all you see is another black shaft behind you.
Is Solomon in the room?
As you look around, you currently don't see him. You don't see anyone here right now.
Do I see anything that I don't recognize?
You see a lot of shit you don't recognize.
Knock,
I'm gonna
knock.
take out my book, the one I'm currently in the process of writing.
Mm-hmm.
Studies of the progress of Arcana Tech, and start drawing the different things that I see. Yeah. I won't touch them. That will be disrespectful, but I will draw them.
What is everyone else doing?
Touching them.
That's working.
Bastion will make sure he doesn't do anything too crazy.
Oh, that's
Okay.
the point. Bastian, do you recognize this? And I'll point to the nearest Arcana Tech object that I don't understand.
Do I? Or is it too new?
You recognize the older models of it, but
Okay.
most of it, you see like a fucking flat cannon. You see like, it's like, oh, this used to shoot this, but now it shoots like a railgun. Like that's the stuff you're seeing.
These are all weapons.
Almost all of them are weapons, but they as you like go in, you see like there's like weapons to one side, but then you see like other like nicer utility based devices here.
Oh yeah, we're moving on towards those. He'll make a very quick drawing on the weapons, but as soon as he realizes they're weapons, he's quite angry. And I'll instead go and draw the others.
Hello, Ovia, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Eva, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's exactly where I was finishing.
Okay.
Hello? Anybody here?
Did you say that? You wait. Do you hear like whispering in your ear? Yeah, I was just observing. And you see as he steps behind you, but you don't see anything until you see like his body begins to apparate out of nothingness. You see as it's like you're looking into like a drop of water, and the light hits it. And as his body becomes apparent, you see his blue skin. He's wearing he's bald. And he's wearing this white robe with this gold accents and threading and metal. And he's wearing like this spectacle. As he looks at you, and as he turns away, you watch it retracts and slides back to the side of his head. And you see like
Funky
around his
little
waist, he has all these pouches. How tall are you? You're like 6'3"?
I'm like 7 foot.
Okay, you are still
10.
taller than him. He kind of comes up a little bit like to your chin, if even. As he steps forward, his hands clasped to his back. Well, I hope you are finding everything nice in my lab. How
Sorry,
might I help
I'm
you?
studying Arcana Tech. It is very interesting. I hope we're not disturbing. Well, it's quite simple. He's got a desk in front of him.
You see as he's walking forward, you see as he pulls from his robe this little small disc. He hits it, and you watch as the front of the lab that you were kind of looking to a little off the side, it kind of shifts around, and you see the desk actually comes from the wall.
So I'll take the
stepping toward it.
bullets out of my pocket, prestidigitation them on the way out so they're not covered in blood, slam them on the table. Look, I know these aren't unique. They aren't particularly exciting, they aren't special. But I need information, I need it now. We're losing a friend.
Persuasion check.
I know there are proper routes. I will make the persuasion check, but I was going to keep yelling at him. I know there are proper routes, but frankly, it was you or you and Tasting, and we've got a lot of other stuff to bother him from, so... Yeah, we need the information. It's a 17. And all we want to know is who makes these, how many different people can make them, is there anything unique about these bullets that could lead us to track to their shooter? And why do they exist? Alright, don't answer that one, but still.
Actually, I am quite intrigued by that question.
I don't believe in
Leans
guns.
down. He picks up. You should. They're very real. He picks up and he begins to look it over. You watch. Spectacle comes out the time of the red lens. Look it over.
When I say believe, I don't mean that I don't believe they exist. I mean, I don't think they should.
Yeah.
But
I know.
regardless, what can you tell me?
Puts it down. These aren't traceable. These aren't by any manufacturer. These are custom made. Definitely black market.
That's definitely traceable. That tells us they don't come from any standard manufacturer, which means we know what we're looking for.
I mean,
How difficult would it be to make them, and how many people would know how to do that?
not hard at all. You just need someone who's at least avid at Arcana Tech. And you just need a mage. No problem.
That narrows it down a lot. Thank you for your time. Now, I wonder if you might answer me 2 other questions. Solomon, right?
Indeed.
Now, I know you probably don't care, but I'm studying Arcana Tech and, well, I'm studying it from a unique perspective, one might say. And that I don't really follow it. I'd like to speak of it in a positive tone as much as possible. I've seen the wonders it can do in the hospital. Who would you recommend as somebody who could help me in my writings?
I mean,
Obviously,
I can
you're the
certainly help
expert. But, oh, well, perhaps I might be able to assist you in some of the really old magics that you might be missing.
I don't think so.
I do. We'll see.
You watch as he puts his hand. Maddox, you mind coming in here? Wait, and you see behind him this door, like this portal opens, and you see this small form step out. It's wearing this large cloak that's too big for it. As it slides along the ground, you see this snout as he pulls back this cloak, and you see this azure-colored kobold in front of you. It's got this specs at the bottom, but it has a large tome on its back. And he walks up and looks towards you. Why the fuck did you call me? This gentleman here says that he can teach me in the ways of old magic.
Yes, and from what you've just presented, I see you truly did miss the point. I'm not talking about the arcane. You obviously have full understanding of the arcane magics. I'm talking about the things that people have forgotten. The things that were once day to day, the beseeching of old gods, regular things. The nature that no longer exists in this world, that still exists in certain places, such as Yeva Erdelin's laboratory. There are things you're missing. Whether they're useful in Arcana Tech, however, is another question, but it's one worth investigating, I think.
Make another persuasion check.
Yeah, what you might say that. Ugh. That was a 19 until it was an 11.
You watch as Solomon kind of furrows his brow a little bit. Can you give me an example?
Yes. My laboratory is one plant, the Canesthesia plant. It died out 170 years ago, except for this one example. And it brings peace. Now, a man like you, who I would assume likes a bit of profit, imagine using it in the entrance to a police station. A jail cell. A courtroom.
Money, profit does not interest me.
Oh.
I'm only here for the pursuit of knowledge.
Then I truly apologize. That is something I can agree with 100%, but regardless, you see my point. It is something that may be missing. And if there is any knowledge I have that you might be missing, being a study of the divine and the religious, the past, perhaps I have something to offer.
So, what exactly are you asking me? You just want to learn here?
I'd like to learn of Arcana Tech and see whether some of it can be put to a more abstract use.
Well, certainly. Apparatuses can be built in all sorts of ways and used in tandem with magic to provide all sorts of different effects and equipment. There's almost Arcana Tech is limitless, and he points toward Bastion.
True. Standing progress is being made. There was one other question I had.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether you're the right person to ask, but what can be done with a body of magic if you are unscrupulous and ruthless? A body containing magic. Say, a child with strong powers and
Well,
untapped.
at this point, yeah, bro. And he looks toward everybody. Magic is boundless. It's limitless. Almost anything can be shaped into the user's reality, the user's will. He looks toward Rakan. The spectacle clicks on. That boy over there is profuse with it, unlike I've ever seen.
Yes. Here's another thing that may be perhaps slightly outside of your experience.
Are you offering him to me?
No.
Oh,
But
unfortunate.
some answers, perhaps, down the line, if he is okay with it. Regardless, my real question, I guess, is if you had a child untapped with magic, could you turn it into a warforged?
Those practices were banned.
Yes.
You,
As I said, if you were unscrupulous and ruthless.
I'm sure you can easily.
Thank you. I'm not planning on doing it, by the way. Well, we're
That
seeking
seems
some
amazing.
missing children. I have my suspicions. I could be very wrong. I'm innately distrustful of certain Arcana Tech and certain practices I've seen recently, and, for that matter, certain Warforged I've seen recently. No, not this guy, he's great. But, yes. Regardless, thank you for your time, Solomon. Perhaps I might return when we have a little bit more on our time on our hands. Perhaps an appointment.
As you begin to walk inside, the smaller kobolds just. You said children being taken, magic children.
Yeah. Illegally
Is it right?
magic children. Children without a license.
That doesn't bother me. Magic, truthfully, should be boundless. I shouldn't be licensed. And he looks towards Solomon. Solomon's kind of just shrugs himself.
I'll look towards Rokan.
Yeah. And he looks. Can you tell me more about this?
Perhaps. Only if you tell me one thing. Your age.
I've kind of lost count. Pushing 600 now.
Very well. I was just intrigued. Yes, so... I mean, I'm not one for a report. Bastion, your memory is infallible. Perhaps you could explain.
About what? No.
Yes, I know. I'm just so aware that I haven't shut up that I was trying to bring someone else in, but that wasn't the moment, I guess. He's asked if we could tell him more about the missing children.
Oh, more about the missing children. Yes. Okay.
He's also stated he doesn't give a shit they don't have a license.
I just had to think of one quick or 1 second, and I missed that one sentence. Okay. They seem to be targeting homeless children or vagrants, poorer children. We found a chair with a glyph around it that seemed to be tied to enchantment, magics, and blood. We are under the assumption that a child was bound to this chair and some enchantment magics impressed upon them. We don't have anything more than that.
There is one other thing.
Yeah?
The child. He didn't learn magic like anyone else. The child that we've seen, that isn't captured. 1600 years, I've never seen anybody be able to copy magic at the snap of their fingers.
Copy magic?
Innate. As soon as he saw a spell, replicated it. Like that.
Where is this child?
Safe.
I'm not sure I'm willing to reveal that right now, but in time...
Classified information. We're not supposed to reveal the locations of anyone, really.
He's safe. And in time, if a trustworthy relationship is built, certainly more information I can give you, but you understand why this is incredibly curious and incredibly dangerous. Can I get an idea of him? His interests in this child?
Give me an insight check.
Does he seem hungry? Insight. No, sorry, I've rolled on Zeltron's page. That's not helpful. Well, his insight's alright. But how's mine? 16.
16. You get the feeling he's genuinely curious. He's hungry for knowledge, he's hungry for knowledge, and the fact that you told him that as a child that can just copy magic, he's kind of like, oh my goodness.
And what about
the
Solomon?
possibilities? Insight check on him too.
And sorry, this guy was Modrak, right?
Maddox.
Maddox
Sorry, is his name.
That's a 22.
22?
I want his date of birth. Yeah, carry on.
From Solomon, yeah, he's also pretty genuine. You feel as you look at him, look him over, he's like, all right, you're akin to him. He's also for scholarly pursuits. He wants more knowledge. And the fact that you've enticed him about something that he couldn't know anything about, or that he doesn't know anything about, he's genuinely interested. You actually piqued his interest. You piqued both their interests.
Well, you said he was 600, so he's missing 700 years of knowledge. I shall fill in. But yeah, no. In that case, I'd just sort of say, look, he's a good kid, but he's terrified of anybody with a home, let alone with any power. He's a street kid. It'll take time to bring him around, but that's what makes it so amazing. His talent is completely unique, completely inherent. And he says he wasn't the smartest of the group. So God only knows what the girl can do. The girl's the one that's gone missing. She was smart enough to leave marks using magic for us to follow, but we got to a house where... Gone.
House. Where is this house?
It is 3 or 5 Sapphire Way.
Okay.
Abandoned. Inside was puzzles made of magic and arcana tech. Ways of hiding themselves, but what really intrigued me is there was a strong essence of magic right up to the doorstep and then gone, and until I walked into your incarnate laboratory today, I had never seen the likes of it, but The way your elevator works.
Yeah.
That's what we saw in the doorway. And as soon as we stepped into that elevator doorway, trace of magic was gone.
Yeah.
It's a portal, right?
One way. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Frustrating. Well, regardless, we're a couple of days behind now, but in amongst the fact that one of our friends got shot with these bullets and the fact that we had 2 people who were attacked who were fairly important, not to us, but in general. Well, to us as well, but in general. And much, much more. Yeah, these kids are going missing.
Well, you've intrigued me with the boy. I'll check out that house.
Thank you.
It sounds interesting.
Maddox, one more thing. You ever read the novel Quivering Twilight?
No, it sounds like a bad romance novel.
It is.
No.
Alright. There's a very strange story attached to it. Maybe we'll bring it to you sometime.
No. Hopefully.
Can I ask one last question before I shut up finally? Because this guy intrigues me. I know that perhaps we should ask the receptionist, but while we've got you here, is there anybody here who studies astrology? Stars?
In this branch, no.
Who might we contact then?
Yeva, right? Let me get back to you on that.
Thank you. You can find us at the
Don't worry.
detective agency I've
I
never
don't
heard
need
of.
that.
I can never remember the name of. Cool.
As he speaks into your mind, don't worry. I'll find you.
Well, that could be irritating. Cool.
And Solomon's, well, you must definitely, seems this could be a relationship of mutual benefit.
Yes.
For both of us.
Possibly also for my friends here. At least
I might
they all
some
have vested
questions.
interest in some way or another.
Well, okay. He watches. He sits down and looks toward Maddox. Maddox is like, just give it to him. Fine. He watches. He digs into his pocket and pulls out these 4 pins, and they have like the incarnate symbol on it. If you're wearing that when you come in, you can come and see us.
We won't abuse it.
Good.
Thank you.
And then he looks toward Alovia and Bastion. I see, other than Bastion, Solomon looks up. Might I see your Warhammer?
Sure. Olivia's gonna give him the Warhammer. Extremely confused because it's just a Warhammer.
Takes it.
For now.
Magic.
It's a good weapon.
It was my mother's.
Have you ever thought about modifying it?
I've thought about it, just never got around to it.
Well, if you ever want to modify it, and he hands it back to you, come and see me. Same thing with you, Bash. If you want upgrades for your body or something like that, come and see me.
I will keep that in mind.
Very interesting, all of you. Neva, make sure you produce whatever you said you're going to produce. I would love to learn about gods, and I would love to see this plant you speak of.
Oh, would you? Well, here you go. I'll pull it out straight away. Take a moment. I'm attempting to grow a second one, but have failed.
And Solomon looks it over, and the spectacle comes down. He begins to kind of inspect it. I believe we can replicate it. Just trying to get a. You watch as he pulls out a pad, and then as he does so, you see he sets this little small disc on the pad or whatever, and he begins to narrate all these different calculations and configurations. You watch as the disc raises and begins to write it down for him as he's speaking. Okay.
We have a lot to learn from each other. Replicating is not growing another one.
No, maybe we can grow it. Okay. I'll see what I can come up with for you.
Thank you.
He slides the plant back over to you.
Back in that. Straight away.
Does anyone have any more questions or anything?
Have you ever put any time into finding out why Warforged mines deteriorate?
That question I would love to know. There's an answer I would love to know.
Me too.
I will admit I've been too preoccupied with other things, advancements to look back. But Bastion, what is it like for you?
Every time I go down to recharge, I wonder if I will wake up mad. I have taken dear friends and confined them in the black zones. I have put down men that I served with. It is not pleasant.
Simply must be terrifying for you. I wonder. And he reaches down and pulls out this small little disc. He slides it over to you. Do you dream?
Sometimes.
When you power down and go into your low state, before you do, put this to your temple. I want to see what you see. I
Very
want
well.
to understand.
Then he'll put it in a pocket.
Good. I can tell you are a man of conviction. What are you aiming to do, Bastion?
I want to save my people from the black, from the madness that takes us. We could be builders. We could be explorers. We could be scholars. We could put all of our vast manpower behind noble pursuits. But all we have ever accomplished is death and madness. And I want something better for my people.
But he kind of rubs his chin. Okay. Remember, on your temple, I want to see what you see.
Hopefully it will bring you some insight.
I hope so too. Huh? Young man, are you enjoying looking around? I see you're touching things.
How do you make them?
Oh, easy. You watch as he goes underneath his desk and he pulls out this box. He pulls out this larger crystal, and as he pulls it out, it's glowing. And when he pulls that crystal out, or kind of as you stare at it, you notice that your heartbeat kind of beats in unison with it. You can tell it is of the earth. This is called Ethereum. Everything, Arcana Tech at least, is built into an apparatus using certain metals strong enough to wield. Take the Warhammer over there. We would make it, turn it into a cask, and being able to turn it into an apparatus to fit Ethereum. But this here is unrefined. And then he pulls out this small little oval, really smooth stone. It's still glowing. This is refined Ethereum. Building the apparatus, sliding the Ethereum into it, we can then channel magic and combine it. See, Arcana Tech when you perform magic, for most, and looks toward Yeva or whoever else, you usually have to perform components and somatic and verbal in order to actually cast the spell. With Arcana attack, it does all that for you. You don't have to do it. So it's like taking literally months to years to 1,000 years of practice and literally putting it into a single press of a button.
Makes some people feel redundant.
The piece that's of the earth that my heart is magic. Can I move it?
You want to try and move the stone itself?
Yeah.
Sure. And as you just swipe your hand, or what do you do?
Yeah, I just want to see if I have a strong enough connection to it.
Oh yeah, easily. You just swipe your hand. You watch as it kind of like flies from his hand and like chinking slides across the floor, and he just interesting. Huh. He steps up to you, like leans in. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I'm not sure. Do you have time?
How much time?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 3 days? You have 3 days?
For what?
Study.
What do you mean study?
Oh, well, I have to see how you work.
I'm
It's
not
interesting.
insane.
Trust me, 3 days ain't gonna cut it.
Well, I'm inclined to believe my new friend here.
Try 3 years, maybe 30.
You said you take this from the earth.
Yeah, the residual energy of the earth forms these ethereum,
And what happens?
crystallizes into a mineral. And what happens? What?
What happens when you run out?
I guess that's it.
Well, that's why you stop.
Or maybe we go back to the Dark Ages.
Or maybe you should stop taking.
I could, but then the world is all about progress, and I'm about progress.
Is it really progress if you're what's the word?
Stealing,
Plundering.
Yeah, that.
plundering.
Yeah, exactly.
Sustainable.
I believe it is. Yeah. Look at outside.
You said it's progress, but you also said that if you run out, go back to the Dark Ages. That's not progress.
Or maybe it's just a holdover.
Until
But Arcana Tech has made life easy for the normal man. Everyone, the sweet old lady on the road may have used Arcana Tech to make their lives easier. The hospitals are run on Arcana Tech. Using it, medicine has been able to excel. It's necessary.
And again, I ask you, what happens when it runs out? No, it can't be used on those hospitals. Can't be used for those old ladies on the road.
Well, at that point in time, I would hope, and he looks towards you, stares you deeply in the eyes, those with arcane abilities would help. Those who are without.
Why would they?
That's a question that's on everyone's minds.
True progress would be working out a way of giving it back. Making the limited resource limitless.
Yeah, I think we are going to get along.
That ain't from me. That's from that one. What points are Rockham?
I know. It's just...
He's the one with limitless resources.
Interesting. Huh. Oh, you've definitely given me a lot of gifts today. I got to meet a limitless boy. A man who's frankly probably older than my entire family. I've met a warforged who isn't insane and wanting to save the rest of them. And I met a woman with a warhammer. You just don't see that every day.
Perhaps I might start with our original question again. These bullets. How would we find out who can manufacture these people? You mentioned a man with an interest in Arcana Tech and a mage. But a laboratory? Metal? What's needed? Tracking these people is the key to finding out why certain people are dying.
Is Ethereum required?
For the bullets, as you look at the bullets, you see that the actual other than the jacket, the actual tip of the bullet is actually made of Ethereum. It has the same green glow, but you see that the green glow here, there's no green glow here. It's just a dark stone now. It's been expended.
And do we just as PCs understand how easy or difficult it would be to get your hands on Ethereum? Is it something just expensive, or is it would be like me getting plutonium?
Jesus. It's no. It's just
me getting heroin. I don't know.
It's not hard to get. It really isn't hard to get. There are a lot of like mines and companies that give Ethereum and then supply it out. It's not hard to attain this.
Okay.
Rakan, are you willing to reveal a little bit of your nature? I wonder if we might try something.
It seems everyone we meet, you're very willing to.
I don't want to talk about your past. I just want to tell them of one of your talents. I wonder, Solomon, do you have a piece of untapped Ethereum? A piece of Arcana Tech with tapped Ethereum, and this bullet here, right, is completely used Ethereum. Is that correct? Would you mind putting all three pieces in a line on the table?
He puts the...
Is this where I find out that I'm the Avatar? With this test?
This is where we find out if you can tell the difference between the three.
He puts all three down, and as he puts his hands over it, mixes them up.
What do you feel?
Okay.
Rakan?
Give me a perception check.
Great, I could have done that.
Well, like it's
that's a dirty 20.
There you go. Done.
Dirty 20. Yeah. You watch as Rakan steps forward, and as his hand hesitates over one, he chooses the middle. And Solomon just smiles, just curls up on his face.
There you go, tracking device.
Wow.
Told you it couldn't be too difficult to track. Solomon, where are weapons legally made in this city?
There's a little bit of a some are made here.
Yes, apart from here.
Yeah, some are made here. There is a small factory.
All right.
It's a little bit closer to the Lohane district. But closer to the Lohane district, a little further past. Like you go to the Lohane district, but you keep going down into the complete industrial area.
It's alright, we're trying to avoid it, so I'm just checking.
Okay, yeah.
Those places. And lastly, untapped Ethereum. Is it kept anywhere in the city? I'm not trying to go and steal it. Is it kept anywhere in the city other than here?
You can find untapped Ethereum almost anywhere, but then you watch as he kind of points down.
Yes, no, I'm talking about above ground. Well, at least in someone's cellar.
Maybe magic shops.
Right, well, we'll avoid those then. Looks like we need to go and test out your senses, Rakan.
Spidey senses.
Yes, I was so close to saying that. Your radar. We might be able to find this manufacturer and find out who they're selling to. I told you. 3 days. You wouldn't have had a clue.
Right.
But his secrets are his own, and they're for him to reveal, not us.
He watches. He takes like this fucking apparatus and like puts it around Rakan's head, trying to measure his cranium size. Just huh. Interesting. He writes it down.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm gonna the rock that I threw before. I'm gonna throw it again, but aim it at his head.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
He's also a tad volatile.
That's a 25.
Great!
Okay. So you watch as he's like studying, he's writing it down. And, and you watch as it's about to hit his head, then it stops. And you see behind it, Maddox has his hand up. Come on, kid. That's not necessary.
I'm not a test subject.
I believe you're right. No, you're not a test subject.
I don't. I mean, this is whether or not you allow me to do this. I want to crush it.
You want to what? Crush it?
Yeah.
Should I? What kind of check would this be? I guess you can give me. It wouldn't make sense for it to be a strength check.
It's probably
What would this be?
his casting modifier, I'd guess.
Yeah, give me just a D20 and add your casting modifier.
I know how he casts spells, so that's why I said it.
That's a 21.
You shatter it.
Okay, and then I'll put some of the pieces in my pocket.
Put some of the pieces in your pocket. You saw as Maddox is like, this cocky little shit's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, his secrets are his own for him to reveal. Go on, Abby. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't think he's cocky. I think he's a bit grumpy.
Yeah. Okay.
Just today.
I think he's right. But we'll leave that for another time.
Well, I got some things to study. Give me a lot to think about. I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna check that house out as soon as I have the time opportunity. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your
We
help.
appreciate your time and patience.
And Solomon looks toward Bastion and Lovia. Looks back toward Bastion. Please, come see me when you have the time. I really would love to see your dreams.
I appreciate it.
He sits down at his desk. Okay, go.
Right,
As
we'll
we're
type up the jacket. No, sorry.
as we're walking out, Elovia's gonna turn to Eva. How's Viviana doing?
Her lip twitched. It's a good sign.
That's good.
Took everything
It
I
is.
had, but it was a good sign.
It's extremely disheartening hearing. Well, I already said this, but hearing that Arcana Tech still can't save her. It saddens me that my daughter really never had a chance. We don't have any of this. We don't even have your standard healer.
No. And yet, a lot of your people live a happy and fulfilling life. I know you don't believe in fate, but sometimes the world's a bitch.
I'm extremely proud of my people, but medicine is certainly not our strong suit.
Maybe we can change that in time.
Perhaps.
But some things I feel are in some ways perhaps not meant to be is the correct word. As I said, I know you don't believe in fate, but sometimes we have to take what we have and move on with it. And go forward and make the best of it. I don't know if Viviana will ever wake up, but we won't stop trying. Well,
I think she has the best chances of surviving.
she does. Yeah.
But it really puts into perspective
Mm,
how unfortunate my daughter's situation was.
awful. Well, this shit got real heavy. Anyone want lunch? I made my
Um,
stat boost for the day.
I'm gonna message Zeltrin. How's
Ah,
it
yes.
looking?
Yeah, well, I saw a little shit. He's all right. I'm kind of just chilling at Everburn right now. We're having tea.
All
Hanging
right.
out.
I'm gonna like, like the.
Hang
Does
on.
anybody want like the thing with the phone where like you pull it away from mouth?
Yeah.
Do we wanna invite Elliot to lunch?
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. Yeah. Meet
Actually,
us at the.
we should invite Elliot for the rest of the afternoon. He could be helpful.
Okay. Well, yeah. Meet us at the Elegant Bowl and bring Elliot.
Oh God. All right, fine. Over and out.
I was just thinking that perhaps taking Elliot to see you and Tisling might be quite helpful if we're going to bargain for an orphanage. Or at least a home.
True.
Alternatively,
like-
given Elliot's disposition, it could work completely against us. But regardless, I think he should see the situation.
I feel as though he would help us, considering A, we saved his son, B, we're literally a group of people trying to help the city.
And second, lastly, we have some important information he might need, and worst comes to worst, we'll blackmail him into giving Elliot a license. But, you know,
What are we blackmailing him with?
uh,
What information do we have?
Violet. She's the daughter of the Grand Council member. The boy we've saved, his son. Son of a Grand Council member. Somebody's got to be next. Maybe one of his friend's children.
I feel like that's not blackmail.
It is if you don't give him the information.
There.
I know that might seem a little cold-blooded, but frankly, we need to do what's right, whatever it costs. Also, that incarnate place makes me really itchy.
I thought it felt pretty clean.
Yes, too clean, too unnatural. It's nice to have feet on solid earth. I'm sure you feel the same way, Rockan. Also, what does that rock feel like, the Ethereum? Is it similar for you? I'm sorry, I've just put you on a complete spot because you ain't got a fucking clue, have you?
Yeah, also, what do you mean by... Does it feel...
Does it feel
similar?
natural? Does it feel like normal rock? Is it...
It feels like...
Oh, are you asking God with your eyes?
It feels like the music of the earth.
Okay, so
Pretty
for
quite a
you, Rakan,
good
what it
description?
feels like, what it feels like to you, is like, you know what it looks like, you know, when you put Alka-Seltzer in water, and it just kind of bubbles and fizzes up for you. It's kind of like that. It's just like a lot of, it's like a culmination of Earth's energy all concentrated into one section. It's just like you can feel it like kind of like ready to like release.
It feels like...
I got it.
It feels like untapped potential.
Well, at some point we're going to have to walk you around the city and see whether we can track it. But first of all, we should feed you. And feed the kid as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask Olovia a question, actually, so go on, you speak first.
My elders thought I was untapped potential. And now look at me now.
Speaking of untapped potential, Olovia, he asked you about your Warhammer. How did you feel about that?
Confused.
Upgrading it.
It has sentimental value, but other than that, it's just a Warhammer.
Yeah. Does making it more feel right? Or does it feel offensive?
Wait, what? Sorry, can you repeat
Does
that?
making the Warhammer more, does it feel right? Or does it feel offensive?
For my own usage, I'm sure my mother wouldn't mind. It doesn't feel either way. I feel as though she would, she would guide me to become stronger, a better warrior like she was.
I was against Arcana Tech, and this is a shield of my god, but... Oh, it would feel so much more right if it was natural magic. But I definitely would like to find a way of allowing me to protect more people. It's hard to say no to some of these things, even knowing what they're doing to the Earth.
I feel like something coming from your god and something coming from your mother are two very separate things.
I feel like with Yevon and Olovia, the sentimentality are probably very similar, though. Go on.
My mother she never had the technology that, I now have access to, so I feel like she would think it would be right.
I wish you were with me at the hospital, Rockan. I saw Arcana Tech doing unbelievable things. It makes it a lot more of a complicated decision than I'd previously seen. Not that it's our decision, I guess, but we'd like it if it was. The Earth's not a limitless resource. It would be great if we could find a way of giving back, but what it's doing, it's not all evil.
What's a bad things can claim to be doing good?
Yeah. But it's a lot of good. It's frightening.
Sometimes a tool is just that. A
Yes,
tool.
but the Earth is not
It has
at all.
no agenda.
Then what happens if this Arcana Tech saves lives? What happens when there is no more Earth to dig for?
Yeah, that is the true worry. People are so short-sighted, especially the young. I don't know how we'd even go about it, but finding a way... Wait. Is there a normal-looking rock around?
Sure. I mean, it's mostly like concrete, but sure.
Okay, I don't suppose... You can move rocks, right?
Yes.
You can't make them... This is going to sound so stupid. You can't make them more excited, can you? Perhaps charge them. There's a DM decision.
If I'm Gambit.
I'm asking if you can shake the particles inside the rock and see whether you can turn it into Ethereum.
Yeah, I thought about Gambit too.
So yes, I'm asking. That is what I'm doing. I'm asking if you're Gambit.
God, am I Remy LeBeau?
Bon ami, pick up a rock. Let's see.
Okay, I will
He's probably walking around with one in his
raise
pocket.
a rock and attempt to vibrate it.
You pick up a rock, and you try and
Put your
you
magic
try and
inside it.
connect with it on a deeper level.
Romantic.
Give me an insight check.
Only in
This
Kira's
goes
campaigns do we
badly.
inside
I
check
got to-
rocks.
If this goes badly, am I going to turn it into a rock?
Who knows? We'll see.
13.
You close your eyes and try and focus. You feel as if, as you stretch out your consciousness, you touch something. You know how to, of course, you know how to easily manipulate the earth. You're on that shore, and you decide to delve deeper and go forward. You try a bit more as you've been now gotten into meditation and focusing and truly feeling the earth move, connecting with it on another level. Even if you are part of the earth, this is something else that you're trying to do. You're trying to force years and years and years of concentration into a singular moment
In the middle of the high street.
in the middle of it. And as you stretch forward, you feel that there is another landing that you could touch, but it's too far to your reach right now. And you pull back, and as you come back, sweat beads around as it drips down from your face. You took a point of exhaustion for that.
Nah, the cost is even bigger. You can't expend you to make Ethereum, that's completely pointless. But it does raise an interesting question if enough people worked in concert with your understanding. Well, should we get you some lunch?
What was the meaning for that?
Well, if you can make Ethereum out of rock. Now, I know your talents are unique, but with enough assistance, with enough other magic users, with enough people with enough talent inside of them, we could start giving back. They deplete the Ethereum, we put it back. We make the Earth whole again. What don't you understand?
Wait, what?
Okay.
I thought the exercise was to see if I could make it.
Yes, so they're
Right, but
taking
that's
it
not
from
bringing it back.
they're taking it from the ground. If you can make it, we can put it back. We can make more of it in the earth.
Yeah, and sorry, that's not how Rockon talks.
No, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I understand we would need to find a way of putting the rock back too.
No, that's not what
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to say at all. Are you suggesting that I am used like
No.
like a cow on a farm?
No, I'm suggesting you're used like a teacher.
And do you think if people who mine this thing, do you think that if they found out that someone could create it, they would just let us give back?
We would never let them find that out.
People shouldn't have let this happen to begin with.
I agree. But
I
it's worth
personally, I
exploring.
don't-
Sorry, go on, Levi.
Sorry, I know that this isn't my, place to talk, but where I come from, I don't think that we should just let people living so unsustainably just keep on living unsustainably. My people, we give back to the earth. We take from it and we give back. I don't think these people should just be able to live how they want and not reap the consequences.
It's most certainly your place to talk. It's an issue of... What is the word for humanity in this world? You get what I mean. It's an issue of...
Peopleism.
Yeah. You know what? When
Being
I'm writing, I find that
conscientious.
issue too.
It's an issue of being conscientious. And your people are that in full, but if these people digging out Ethereum keep digging and digging and digging, eventually it won't only be them that don't have the resource. Your people won't have it. No one will have it.
My people don't use it.
No, but the Earth being depleted of its natural magics doesn't just stop Arcana tech. It stops growth. It stops natural magic. So,
Then let's stop it.
well, that would be the ideal, but as I say, some difficult decisions. Ethereum, Arcana tech, it's doing some good. A lot of good. If it was sustainable, it'd be better than just stopping them dig it, but, well, we've theorized about the Earth. Can we please do it over lunch? I'm still hungry.
Yeah. Hearing Yeva talk for like an hour has made me
Yeah, I'm
famished.
not surprised. I'm famished.
Bastion, give me a perception check. Disadvantage.
Awesome. All right.
Better not be about to be hit by a car.
It's a drive-by. In the car.
This is a drive-by.
Ooh,
Okay.
13.
Oh, we're driving, aren't we? Right, okay.
I'm
That's what I was
sorry,
gonna say.
I
I thought we were still in the middle of the high street. Sorry, mate, carry on.
Nah, he's got the whip. So you guys, you begin to drive, and you make it back to the Avenue of Gilding. District of Gilding, and you make it back to the Elegant Bowl. Making the air is a little bit, the Elegant Bowl is a little bit more empty than you last saw it. Perhaps the lunch rush is already over, and people have already moved out, but there's still a few customers in here. But you make your way in as you see a different host this time. Yeah, it's like He's a little younger, half elf, brown hair is kind of like covering his face. His eyes are green, and he's wearing like he's wearing his a nice little like a burgundy suit, but he's like all cool with it. He's got like the button unbuttoned, but he has the tie on, but the tie's all the way buttoned up. It's just a little bit hanging down, and he's like leaning. He was looking at the book, and his hand was just in his head. And he didn't even see you guys even come in, and as you all step up, he's hello, welcome to the Looking Bowl. Shit. Well, shouldn't have said
So like Zeltron as a host, basically.
that.
Speaking of which, sorry, sir, have you seen a tiefling come in with a young boy?
Oh, you're with them?
Yes.
We're their babysitters.
They're over there, and you see like Elliot's over here. He has like bread in his mouth, and he's talking. He's over there talking to Zeltron, and Zeltron is like showing him like all the inner workings of a gun, putting it out to him. And you see like one of the waitress like, could you please put that down? Like, you're not the only one in here. He's like, what? And Zeltron's like, what? What's the problem? It's better he learns how to use it, right? That's not the problem. And as you guys all show up, as you guys all going to come around, the host leads you over, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" So yeah, this is the safety. Don't worry about that. And you guys all get to sit in another booth a little bit further up. And this time, the little illusioned window is displaying a desert area.
Waiter, is Hayden in the kitchen?
Let me see. I don't know if he's in the kitchen or not.
She got working hours.
Hayden's in the kitchen. Yeah. Sure.
I suppose you could tell that Yeva's here. I'd like a word.
Sure. Yeah. I'll tell her.
Thanks. And
Wait, before you go,
Yeah.
does anybody have any preferences on scenery?
maybe we should ask the kid. Elliot?
I want space.
Oh yeah.
She
Good
looks.
decision, kid.
And she's like, okay. She waves her hand. You see like this nice space, like cosmic sea area, little planets in the back and moving around. You can see like, a certain star go across. And Elliot's like, yeah, fucking space. Oh, more bread. She's okay, more bread. Do anyone else want anything?
A round of Krauter liqueur.
Count on the car. Okay.
Or all but the child.
Elliot's like, Zelda's like, yeah. And he's like waving the gun. Yeah, get it for him. Can you please tell him to put that down?
I'll just have water instead.
Okay. Sure. And
So Colin's just staring at the scenery.
okay. And she comes forward. Sir, do you want anything?
Sorry, did Hayden come out?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're taking drink orders currently.
Oh, drinks? Yeah, sure. Just water's fine, thanks.
You ran a marathon. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting a nectar of Krauter liqueur either way, because I ordered a round for the table.
Okay. And
He's dead.
He's dead.
No.
You watch as she bows. My name's Sully. I'll be your waitress for this afternoon. And she wants to walk into the back of the kitchen. While you're sitting there, you hear, no shit, he's outside? Alright. Okay, fine. Don't fuck up the risotto. I'll be out. You can see Hayden come from the back. Her normal shaved sides of her head. You watch she's like kind of wiping her hands with a cloth that's like around her belt loop, and she kind of like puts her little chef knife on the side. It seems like she never goes anywhere without it. And she walks up, puts her fist on the hips, and just, well, I didn't think you guys would be back so soon. Welcome back.
I
This time the
told you.
meal's not free.
We were going to be regulars.
Oh, good.
I got a couple
So what's up?
requests, Hayden. I don't know if you can make it happen.
Requests?
You told us that you would take pleasure in cooking for us. I don't suppose you do anything that doesn't contain meat. I know.
You're a vegetarian?
Not 100%, but I do prefer it. But I see the jasmine rice and the wild vegetables with your raptor tenders. I wonder if you might do me just the dish without the raptor. Maybe a few more vegetables or something.
Oh, God. See, Ava, I thought you were cool, but you're a vegetarian.
Well, here comes the cool bit. See this kid here? Nobody can remember the last time he had a decent meal. Spoil him. Spoil him rotten.
She looks at the kid, kind of scruffs his hair a little bit. He's like, how big are your hands? And like, I like this little shit. All right, sure. And
Thanks.
she step back and goes toward the back. You watch as Sully comes back out with the drinks and puts them down. Does everyone want their food, or are you guys still thinking?
What did Elliot get in terms of drinks?
Ellie got water. She gave him
Okay.
a glass of
All right.
water. Yeah, she gave his ass a glass of water. He was good.
Worst case scenario, I was gonna switch my water with his drink.
Oh, she's not gonna. She's like, we're not doing that. He's already learned how to wield a gun. She's not gonna give him alcohol on top of that.
Give it at the same time as well. Like, what a disaster.
I'll take the Seahawk.
Seahawk. Okay. Anything else for anybody else?
I'll try something different. I'll have the last movement.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Anything for you, sir? And she looks toward Bastion.
He raises his drink. This will be enough.
You'll have some gears. Javani in the back. She says it with a straight face.
Let's see if she laughs.
It's okay if she does it because Elovia. I just play Elovia badly, but Elovia doesn't laugh.
You watch as the girl. I'm sorry. And then she looks toward Zelchin. Yeah, I want the Sea-Hulk also. I want that. I saw Elovia have it last time. That shit looked ridiculous. I want that. And watches Elliot kind of looking over the menu. You can see him like slightly salivating. His eyes are like sparkling as he's looking over the menu.
I think Hayden had something special for the kid.
Special?
Yeah.
More special than this? This thing is like,
I know.
this is expensive.
I know.
It's gonna give him like a kid's menu spaghetti.
Chicken tenders.
Okay, I guess I have nothing here. He's like, are we gonna dine and dash?
No.
We're gonna dine and dash, right?
No. We're going to take you here every day
We are people,
and pay.
Every day?
people of us.
Well, as many times as we can afford it. But it does come with a tiny little cost, doesn't it?
Cost.
I'd like
Want
you
me
to
to
do
steal
us
something?
a favor.
You want me to steal something?
No. I want you to talk to
Oh.
someone.
Very
Someone you will
insulting.
despise. But someone who can make a big difference to you and all of your friends.
You know
what do you
what?
know of you and Tersling?
This is sound like law enforcement. I think I'm full.
Oh,
I don't
no,
think I
no.
want anything.
He's not the police. What do you know of you and Tersling?
I don't know. He's a member of the ground council. He's the leader of it.
Yeah, the sort of person with enough money to give housing to you and all your friends. Let's just say he owes us a hell of a big favor.
Does he?
Huge. The biggest.
Saved his son and I must say he's more of a sweetheart than you are.
Hey,
Listen, lady. All right. I've been living on the streets. Little old.
But we want to
You-
change that.
He like narrows his eyes. Last time anyone wanted to change that, it wasn't a good time.
no, but this would be your decision, and more importantly, it would be your decision for your friends too. No one should have to live like you guys do. No one.
Why do you want to do this? I just don't understand. Why? You don't know me.
Rockin'?
Yes.
Sorry, I kind of assumed that you were the one who would answer that question.
Okay, staring at the scenery.
Oh, okay. Rockin', why do you... Elliot wants to know why we should help him.
Because it's the right thing to do.
There you go. Pretty much. Simple as that.
That's weird.
Yeah, we're weird. We don't come from these kind of cities. Or this kind of world. You know, when I was a kid,
Okay.
nobody was homeless. Not in my place of birth.
How old are you?
Yeah, how's your counting skills?
I can count.
Right, how old are you?
11.
Right. Try being 11 another 100 or 110 times. Yeah.
You watch this and leans over. It's at over 1,000, kid.
Well over 1,000.
You're old. Oh my god.
Yeah. But when I was a kid, elves didn't
Dinosaurs.
leave anyone homeless. Someone's parents died, somebody else looked after them. Someone's parents left. Rare as that was, somebody else looked after them. They were given a new home. They were helped to live. They were helped to afford things.
That's exactly how I was raised. My parents died when I was young. Village people took me in, and well, later on, I had a daughter of my own.
You watch as he like he seems to kind of ponders for a bit, but then he like takes the cup of water, just downs it, and puts it down. And you watch as like Suli comes back, and as she comes back, he's holding the glass. Another. And she's
Please.
okay, and she waves her hand and create water. Builds into the glass. And then she looks at Elliot. Your food will be out here shortly.
Wait, sorry, real quick, for monetary sake. So we have 2 sea hulks. Whatever I'm getting, what is Ava getting, and how much it costs?
Yeva's asked for from the side, but without the meat. I don't know what they're going to charge us for that, but I'm imagining she's going to bring us a bill at the end. And God only knows
let
what
me
Elliot's
know.
going to get. But we're up to 60 plus. What did you order? The last movement. 80, right? We're up
yeah.
to 80, I believe. What did Rockham order?
Seahawk.
Yeah, so
So 2 sea hulks.
Seahawks and from
Would
the
that be 10?
Seahawk 25, right?
No,
25.
from the side.
Does anyone have a coupon?
So
Yeah,
it's somewhere within 100 gold.
Oh yeah, yours are well his since he's taken off the raptor tenders, it's just gonna be like 5 gold. It's not gonna be a lot. Like going half of that.
Okay, we're at 75.
We'll make it work.
Any idea of how much Elliot's one is gonna cost?
No idea.
All right, for now, I'm just gonna mark off 75 then.
Yeah, well, wait
Thanks.
till we see the bill.
Yeah, we're gonna build the end.
And you watch this Celia walks back, and you see a few other people begin to come out now and begin to pass everything around. Your jasmine rice with the vegetables, no tenders, shows up in front of you, and you see in it as she moves over, the waiter leans over. Hayden said to give you this. There's a letter. He hands it to you. Then they pass around the Seahawk to Zeltrin and Rakan. You see the same beautiful red crab with all the crab meat in the center. Beautiful, glistens in the light. The last movement is handed to Elovia. The steak is still sizzling as you get it. You can smell it just filling your nostrils. And finally, for Elliot, you see as they bring out this big domed platter and they set it down in front of him. And Sully pulls it back, and you see inside this. It's a wolf's head, and inside is a roasted chicken. But then as you look in, as you see, as like Elliot's face, his eyes light up, and Sully cuts into it, and you see all this beautiful steak, and it's like an assortment of meats inside. And as you look deeper, there is literally with inside like a ball of rice, so it can all be eaten with the fork, pulled back and back and back, and just layers and layers upon food and vegetables, and the smell just permeates out. And like on the side, you see that there's like a little bit of like a little bit of sauce, a little bit of like this nice red wine sauce that's drizzled on the outside over it. Sully looks over, and then she looks toward Yeva. Miss Hayden says thank you for what you said to her, and looking at this boy's spirit, she decided to make something a completely new dish.
Thank you.
Young man, you're eating the first ever beast of prey. And he's like, beast of what now? He's like, whatever, I'll eat it. And he begins to eat it.
Rakan's gonna pick up the claws.
Oh no.
I knew that was gonna happen.
And then he's gonna just start like,
Yes.
and then he's gonna pick up the knives and fork with the claws, and he's just gonna start eating.
You know, I've heard that the meat within the claws isn't that good.
That's amazing.
You've never
Really,
had a good lobster roll then.
I don't like lobster anyway, but like I've heard that like the meat in the body is better than the meat in the claws.
Maybe.
Rakan, give me a dex check as you try and eat with the claws and utensils.
Close to being a 19. That's a 5.
Spray it everywhere.
Yeah, it's just the juices are going all over your hands. The meat is kind of spilling out. You drop the fork on the floor. It's just a bad time right now. But you know, I would assume you use your hands at that point. Oh, you just okay? You just
Yeah, when we get home, I think you're gonna need something that we like to call a shower.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's something that we call a shower. Clean
What?
yourself.
Why?
That crab juice is gonna get all sticky. And that's honestly kind of gross in my opinion.
That's the fun of it. Elliot, look. That's what it's about. It's about enjoying it.
You see Elliot, his face is smattered
Yeah.
with food. He's
It's about enjoying it. You enjoying it?
mm-hmm.
Good.
Jeez. Oh my. He's
That's my boy.
Bastion's gonna raise his glass of the Croucher liqueur, and for a moment be like, in the last few days, we have fallen down a cliff We have been shot at. We have been blown up. We have had the blood of allies spilled on our shirts. And yet, I find myself enormously hopeful for the future in a way that I have not in much time. This Krauter liqueur, it is distilled from rye, an earthy grain, as he kind of looks at Rakhan. It contains wormwood from the land of the elves, star anise from the lands of the Goliaths, from your islands, and then looking at Zeldrin, and ginger for spice. And so if you would join me in a toast to our enterprise that we have begun over these last few days.
That's all I have.
Strange
Cheers.
use of the word we, but
Cheers.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
as a DM, if any of you die, I might cry.
If any of us die, I will cry. And if Viviana dies, I'm left. Yeva will follow swiftly. I don't suppose this food
guy is
also
dead, it's like
heals
cat
me,
meat.
does it?
Huh?
Don't suppose
You
this
know
food
what?
is also healing, is it?
Try a short rest.
Without the meat. Yeah, short rest will do.
It doesn't heal you, but short rest will do.
Cool. It's just I've been walking around with 20 HP, and I have a horrible feeling that when we bring Elliot into you and Tiersling's living room, he might punch me in the face. But he might not. He seemed like a nice guy.
We're punching who?
No, I think I might get punched. That's okay. It'll be worth it.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, since you're 1,000 years old, when's the last time you got punched?
Didn't you hit me?
Did I?
Yeah. Pretty sure Elliot punched me when I met him.
All right, nice. I punched the fucking fossil. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, kid.
You know, he talks like me when I'm talking to my boyfriend, and he's only 2 years older than me.
Wow.
Well, he watches like he kind of leans back in the chair. You see, like in his mouth, he has like some of the wolf fur in his mouth. And you watch as Suli comes over and like picks the fur. You're not supposed to eat the fur. I didn't receive an instruction manual or anything. I'm sorry. Oh man. I'm ready for a nap, I guess. So what did you guys want to do? Why are we here?
I want to take it to you and Tursling. And we want to ask him to fund housing for you and your friends.
Yeah.
And anybody else in that situation.
How much did you drink? You and Tursling you're just gonna send me there. You're just gonna take me there.
Yeah, pretty much. We might get you some new clothes on the way. We're not going to send you there, we're going to take you there. And then we're going to ask him. Then we're going to try and force his hand. And then we might have to spend some of our own money, and then we'll get you a house. Well, not you personally, the lot of you.
Whoa, hold on. That was a lot in a single second.
Alright, from start to finish, we take you to you and Tursling. We piss him off. We get you guys a house.
And you guys aren't dead yet? That's amazing.
Yeah.
You
People do a lot
You
for
watch
their
his-
kids.
watch this session, picks up, he's like, "We robbing somebody? We're robbing."
No, we're not robbing him. He's going to pay us out of the kindness of his own heart.
Actually, can I use, like, while we're just sitting there, I'm assuming we're just sitting there, you know, letting the food rest, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to start making a harness from the rope that I have.
And it's not even going to be for Elliot. I love it.
But I'm just like, you know, making knots, you know, making sure that, like, you know, can't be untied.
Okay.
And I'm not even making eye contact with anyone. I'm just, my head is down, focusing on this harness.
I'm not gonna make you roll. For that.
Alovia, how are we doing for cash? you think we might take Elliot somewhere on the way to you and Toastings? It's just if he walks in dressed like that.
He also needs a shower, and
I can deal with that.
Rockham might need one too.
I can deal with that.
Anyway. Yeah, we should have enough. I still have no idea how much Elliot's
Well, we'll find out.
food has cost anyway.
Oh, at that point, can I read the letter in my pocket?
Yeah.
Thank you.
As you open the letter, it just says, this is from Hayden. It says, "Don't you ever besmirch my dish like this again, asking for just vegetables.
That's my girl.
Next time you come here, I have something special for you."
Marvelous. And at that point, I will prestidigitation, Elliot. Hey, you can do that, can't you? Clean yourself up.
Oh, Elliot?
Yeah. Clean
Who
yourself up.
watches he? It comes off his body.
I look at Rockan's face. May I?
May you what?
Stop you from looking like you're wearing your food instead of eating it. Just clean you up a little bit. You've got some crab sauce, and I'll point to his top of his forehead. All right. Oh, anyway, and I'll just yeah. There you go.
That's digitation. At that point in time, Sully shows up and hands you the bill. It comes up to the 75. It comes up to 75 for yours, but then it's an additional 25 for his.
Yeah, cool.
Oh.
Go. That's what we thought it would
Yeah, not that bad.
be. Marvelous.
You can assume that she cut it because you gave her inspiration.
Cool. Yeah, that's going to cost us 50 the next time we turn up.
But yeah, but next time you come see it, may be a little bit more expensive.
We'll take him a breakfast next time, eh? Regardless, pay up and where's the nearest clothing store? That's Shiloh's, right?
Yeah, Charlotte's Boutique.
Okay, let's hope she does discount for kids. We'll take him in there and...
Okay.
Hey, Elliot, I know this isn't what you want to wear, but go pick something out.
All right. As you get to Shayla's boutique, you see as this gaudy human woman. She's like wearing like a very hoity-toity style of dress. Yeah, her hair is all combed up, but you can look and see that some of it's been like kind of like it's been like restitched here and there, but it's she's done her best to kind of hide it. Her hair is nicely kept up. She's like, "You've brought this thing into my shop."
Yes, and now you're going to dress him in your finest clothing.
Rakan, you want to say something?
Sorry. Are you sure this is a good idea?
No.
Then
But
let's leave.
Well, he should have nice clothing, though. Whether we go to Ewan or not.
Well, how do you think it's going to look if we are going up to a person to ask them to fund for the homeless and said homeless don't look like they need to be funded for?
Maybe we buy him the clothes, but he doesn't wear them into Ewan's. Sensible. Very sensible. Regardless, we should still get him some nice clothes. Unless anybody disagrees.
Are you going to get something?
No. Should I? I've seen that look before.
Exhausted Rakan is my new favorite character.
Regardless, whatever between Elliot and the woman who is a bit of a cow, work out.
As you sit there and you begin to you speak to her, whatever, you kind of like flash the purse. You know, you hit the bottom of it. Shing shing shing. Oh well, you should have led with that. Come, boy.
You should have led with "Hello, how are you?" But we can't all be perfect, eh?
And then she begins to walk with Elliot, and Elliot's like, he watches like Elliot's walking behind her, and he watches he prestidigitates a fucking sign on her back. It says a word that it shouldn't say, but
That's fine. As long as he doesn't steal anything.
But you wait for a while, and he watch as he comes back. He's still wearing. You watch as he comes back a little bit. She's like, "Well, I hope you like what he's wearing." You see, he's wearing like this. This like he's like because before he was wearing like a suit jacket, but it was all frayed and torn and stuff. So now he's back in a 3-piece suit. But it's like perfectly kempt. You see, it's like a gray vest. He has a small little blue tie. He's got the black suit jacket on, black pants, and black shoes as well. And you see that she's actually brushed his hair out of his face, so you can actually see his eyes. And she tried to get him to take. You heard a little bit of a scuffle. She tried to get him to take off that earring, but he would not. And you see like you can see like on her hand like a little bit like a mark on it. They were in a bit of a scuffle, but you see she backed down.
Yeah, she lost. Good.
Yeah, she lost. But like his pants are a little bit higher up, so you can see like gray socks underneath, and like he have 2-tone shoes. And he's just like,
Biffy.
yeah, I guess I can't really run in this. This is weird.
Well, plus clothing such as that is only meant for special occasions.
So I can take it off?
Well,
Basically.
you might need to for you and Tisling, but I think maybe we should show the kindness of us before we ask him. I could be wrong, though. Rokan did have a point. But I'm not sure you and Tisling's going to go for the sympathy movement, or these kids would already have a home. I think we're going to have to twist his arm pretty hard.
Okay. Sure. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, well, I think we're just going to rock up to the front door, aren't we, guys? Or the front gate.
All right.
Ring the
We
damn
walk
bell.
back up to the gate. You see the 2 warforges in the front. See 2 warforges in the front sitting there.
Oh, sorry, did the woman
close
charge
her
us for any
eyes.
clothes?
Oh, she did charge you. How much is that shit? It's not a lot. It's like what?
I think it's like
10 gold?
10 gold. 1 to 10 gold for a suit, depending on the size. Or
Yeah,
depending on
it's
the material and some shoes.
Yeah, since he's so small, it'll be like 5 gold. It's not that
Fantastic. Cool, we buy him some more clothes. Yeah, and then we'll just rock up to the gate.
expensive. Okay. As you head up to the gate, the warforges they wake up. How may we help you?
We're here to see you and Tisling. It's confidential information, but it regards the safety of the Grand Council members and their children.
Do you have an appointment?
We don't need one for that. We're trying to save lives. He'll
Make a
understand.
persuasion check. Make a persuasion
I'd
check
like to try to
with
persuade him,
advantage.
not them. But sure. Oh, not off still. Veterans page. 5. No, we don't have an appointment.
And then you can't get in. And he just
Um,
turn back off.
Not asking you. Oh, he's just, they're off?
They
fantastic. We'll
turn
just-
right back off.
And we'll try and walk past, so that'll wake them up.
You gonna try? Well, okay.
Yeah.
As you try, they stand up, and as they reactivate, they immediately point their guns towards
As
you.
I was saying, let your boss know that the safety of the Grand Council members and their children is at risk, and somebody would like to give him some important information regarding it. Let him tell you if we've got an appointment.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception?
No, Bastion.
Oh.
Good.
Perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh, perception with disadvantage. Oh, first one. Ooh, second one was better. So what have I got here? 16 and a 20, so 16.
16. Out of the corner of your eye, you swear you see a shadow fade back behind a building. And Yeva, as you say that out loud, you just hear, you said something about Grand Council members?
Yes.
And as you hear that voice, you see beyond the gate the red dragonborn you saw when you first got here.
Oh, perfect. Just who we're looking for.
And as you sit there, let them through. The gates begin to open.
We'll catch up with you in a minute. And I'm gonna grab Zeltrin.
Okay, you have Zeltron with you?
You don't want to be in
Okay.
that meeting anyway. And I'm gonna go around that corner.
Damn, I made a harness for him too.
You pull as
I'll
you
take
go ahead. Okay. As you go ahead and pull Zelchin.
Can I
Um,
toss him the harness?
Oh, sure.
Maybe I got that.
As you go ahead and pull, go ahead and get around the corner, running the direction. You turn the corner where you saw the shadow disappear, and as you get around that corner, you see at the there's like a small alleyway with a like at the wall eyeballing is about 50 feet, and as you watch, you see this shadowed figure run toward the wall and jump to the top.
For
It turns-
Zeltron, he's not that heavy.
And as it turns around and looks towards you, you see the blue glow of an eye before it jumps down off the wall.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna like point my gun up at him, and then he's gone. And... Keep your eye out for that one. I'll say to Zeltron, and then we'll.
Zelchin looks. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but do you think he's our friend?
Oh,
You see him. You put a bullet in him. You understand?
yeah, I'll put a bullet in anything, really. So you're not really asking too much. Sure, I could do that.
I know. So I brought you. I don't want to have to convince Rockhand of any of his pacifist nonsense or Yeva or anything. I know you'll take a shot.
Wrong person for the pacifism. I know what you meant. Though.
Yeah, he's still kind of. Yeah, Yeva's the super pacifist. Rockhand's still.
Rockhand throws rocks at
barely-
random people.
He's-
Well,
yeah,
no, to be fair,
does.
he had a very
No,
good
you're right,
logic,
you're
but you know what I mean? Like, they weren't even
yeah,
evil.
No. Yeah. Those. Yeah. Pacifist Yeva and, Rockhand who kind of doesn't know what's going on around him.
Yeah,
But,
no problem. Yeah,
Zeltron's a man of action. So,
sure.
okay.
And as you guys are walking back, hey, what the fuck is this thing on me, and when did it get on me? Is this
Don't
a
worry about it. And then
It's a
I'll
harness?
throw the leash into Lovia.
what the oh?
Jackie.
As you guys begin to walk into the mansion of Urin Turslin again, passing by, and as you come into the as you come inside, the Dragonborn turns around. Sorry, Mr. Tirslin's not here currently.
Perhaps you will do. We have a lead on Max. Or rather, who tried to kill him. We think.
Someone tried to kill him.
Yeah. Remember that day we saved him? We think he
Yes.
might have been the target.
Do you
Sorry,
have
out of-
any-
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Sorry, out of character. It is so insane that they killed so many people except the one target that they had. But continue.
Look, it's a long
I'll
shot.
explain that. I'll explain that later. But yeah.
It's a long shot, but we've got a theory. So, Violet. Violet
Shock.
Ishak. Yes. The Horde tried to kidnap her. Specifically, one member of the Horde tried to kidnap her, but when we tried to turn him into authorities, two strange demon-like creatures turned up and killed him.
Demons.
Possibly demons, possibly some strange brew of Warforged. We've seen a few of those.
Did you
Regardless.
get a good look at them?
No, we got eyes. That was it. Red eyes and a blue
Oh my
eye.
God.
But the flames parted for them. They were no
That
natural
could be
beings.
magic.
It could be. Regardless. We have a lead, but we want something in return. Now, technically we want two things in return, but one of them is only givable by Mr. Tirsling himself. And don't get me wrong, we will pursue these people regardless, but there's something very small. You managed to give us some licenses.
Yes.
Can we get one more?
For who?
Him. Without questions.
asking for a lot. You watch as he
I'm
kind of
offering a
leans
lot.
down. He leans down, like large, not big dragonborn. He's just large, leaning over him, and Elliot's like,
I'm alright, kid. It's alright. He's a good man.
Sure, I'll give the kid a license.
Thanks.
Why not?
So, the man was shot, and so was Viviana. She's in a coma, down at the hospital. She may not recover. You can see why we are being pushy. Look, these bullets are possibly traceable, but not by anybody other than us. There's a lot to it, but basically it involves this one, Rocket. We're going to try and trace them, see who's manufacturing the bullets, possibly get a lead on this. We think that the children of the Grand Council, possibly the Grand Council too, are being targeted. And I don't think the Dark Horde are acting out of their own interests. Sorry, they're not the Dark Horde, the Horde. I personally think maybe somebody's guiding them.
Well, the Horde have been here for it seems almost ever. We've never. Their bosses are hard, a sticky sword. Hard to get a hold of. Hard to. We've been trying to capture them.
Regardless, they're not exactly usually ones to play politics, are they? At least not at the highest level, so I think somebody else is involved.
Don't underestimate them.
Very well, we'll take that in
Do
mind.
they have?
Sorry, go on, Bastion.
Oh, does the Horde employ any well-known enforcers, leg breakers?
They are the leg breakers, my friend. You can. Truthfully, I just know some of them work through the low hang, but I know they do more throughout the city.
Well, we want to investigate, but with Viviana out of commission, Jethro missing, we're a little short on a couple of things. Primarily resources. Something that Master Tistling is fairly flush with, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh, maybe I can assist you. But I ask that you bring your leads and maybe some of the information that's at Viviana's agency to me.
We can do that. There's also something else we want, but I'm not sure it's something you can answer. Do you think we might get an appointment with Master Tistling regarding funding for something else?
Funding for what?
Well, funding is a push. I'm aware of that, but, well, we intend to be very useful to you. But at least assistance in getting it as cheaply as possible. See this kid here? Might not look it, but this morning he was a little less well dressed. He's got a fair few friends, and none of them have a home. And we don't like that. We want to change it.
So, you want to build an orphanage?
Maybe. Maybe just rent a large building and run it ourselves.
I'll speak to Mr. Tierslin and get you an appointment.
Appreciate it. Even if it's just to secure it more cheaply, this is something Viviana had promised us. She said there may be some buildings that were recently vacated or perhaps shut down for criminal purposes that we might be able to repurpose. But of course, now that she's in a coma, we don't have access to that. We also don't have any resources to chase down Jethro. Or any leads.
Looking for Jethro.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you find him. He was good to the city. Is there any further business?
When you look at the permit, for the license, the magic using license. It has like the picture, right, of the person.
Mhm.
All right. Actually, is there any sort of institute that keeps record or archive of all magical licenses distributed?
There is the Riverworth Administration Building. You can try that. They have records there, but the records don't come easy nor cheap. But if you would want to do it, you can start there.
Lovia, are you thinking they might be trackable?
Sorry, wait. The Ribbonworth admissions.
Administration Building.
Well, you said that the flames parted for him.
Ah.
I don't know the Dragonborn's name. What's his name?
Oh, Nicholas Gray is his name.
Nicholas said it could be magic.
I hadn't even considered that. I thought you were going to be
There's-
looking for Jethro that way.
Well, yeah, but I feel as though there's a chance that. I mean, it's very possible that they don't have a license, but
Oh, you're very
it's
right.
also possible that they do.
Your mind works in many layers. Excellent thought.
Yeah, are they trackable actually, Mr. Nicholas?
Well, in a way, you can kind of use some sort of scrying along with them. You have information, so maybe you can pinpoint them. But then there are ways of barring scrying. So either you may have a chance or may not. It all depends on whether they have it up. The thing about Arcana Tech is that maybe you haven't noticed and maybe you all don't really use it. Not that it may be Bastion and Zelchin here. Arcana Tech isn't like magic. See, it can cast a spell. Sometimes it may be at a lower power or may not be able to concentrate as fully. So it may not always stay in effect. If you understand what I'm saying.
Do
Arcana
these
Tech needs a recharge as well.
do the permits hold that stone in them?
Oh, the Ethereum you're talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's there. I dropped my pen. That's all the questions I had.
Just a quick one, Nicholas. We don't like to barge in, but we didn't know how else to contact. Is there a more sophisticated or polite way of us doing it? Your guards are a little tense.
They should be. Give me a second.
Correct, but
He watches he leaves for a bit and then comes back down the staircase. You hear him entering the room. You hear the room closes, he comes back and he hands you this larger Arcana Tech device. This is a sending disc. Click the button here. You'll be able to contact me.
appreciate it.
Well, if you'll excuse me, unless you have any more questions. Fixes his suit.
No one else?
I think we're good.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Speaking of rest of the day, what kind of time is it, God?
Currently, right now, it's getting a little low there. Sun's starting to fall. You guys have been around. You guys have eaten. You guys have been around for a while. Walking around. Some stores are still open. If you want to.
No, I was just curious. Do you think we can get anything else done today, guys?
What can we do?
Let's see. Find home for the kids we worked on. Find serial killer we haven't really worked on. Grand council member about the kids. We just did that. Tell authorities about the people who did the drive-by.
Nicholas
Found
Gray
out about
is...
the bullets as much as we could. Check in on Elliot. We did. Find the missing children and find Jethro. So.
The serial killer wasn't our job. That was Viviana's job.
Yeah, I mean, they talked about having us help with that.
Yeah.
But, you know, those 7 quests ago. So it's still probably there. He's still probably, murdering people in the night.
Rokan, are you still up to tracking, or do you need some rest first? Rokan?
Oh, sorry.
Are you still up to tracking this Ethereum, or would you like to perhaps take a night's sleep first?
Yeah.
In game, not in real life.
Trying it before was exhausting for this body.
Not to try and recharge it like you did, but just sensing it. But yes, I understand that currently you are exhausted. Okay, that was a real metagamey sounding sentence. I just meant knackered. You're tired. Should get you some sleep. If it's okay with you guys, I was going to head back to the hospital.
Yeah, give us updates.
Will do.
I'll head back to the house, make sure it's not caught on fire by any mischievous tieflings. I'm gonna kind of tug on the harness, make sure he's not.
Yeah, provided
Not a
Preston could
dog.
drop me off, preferably.
All right,
No.
back to the unsung detective agency.
Yeva, you head to the hospital. Did you get in? Ursula waves to you as you walk in, and you see Viviana still there. That smile still on her face.
We'll spend the
Oh
night.
yeah. When we get out, because I'm not for animal cruelty, I'm going to take the harness off of Zeltrin when we exit the mansion.
Okay. He's. Oh, jeez. Thanks. Oh. He kind of shakes out. All right. You want to do anything while you're there with Viviana or no?
Not till the morning. I'll take my rest.
Okay. You take your rest. You guys get back to the agency and get inside, and everything seems quiet.
I assume we dropped Elliot back to where he would rather be, or is he going to stay at the agency with us? He's welcome to, but I guess
Where do you want him to stay?
it's up to those guys. I'm not there.
We can give him the option. We can either take him back with us and he'll have a roof over his head and a warm meal in the morning, or we can drop him off at the Everburn Apothecary.
I'd prefer if he stays with us, but it's ultimately his choice.
Yeah.
I figure if he doesn't want to stay, we don't want to try to make him.
As you begin to, he kind of just like, he gets out of the car, and as you pull up to the agency, he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to Everburn. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot for this. And he like holds the bag up. Guess I'll see you around. Thanks.
Actually, we should give him one of those gems.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we give him Viviana's. She ain't responding.
Oof. Dark.
Yeah, pissed about it.
You give him the gem?
Is
Yeah, we can
everybody
give
else
the
okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You watch as he takes the gem. It's one of those message gems, right?
Yep, if you need anything, you know how to contact us.
You watch he looks and kind of ponders it over. He puts it in his pocket. Yeah, thanks. I'll see you around. And he starts to run off, heading down the street. And guys, make it back. What, Olivia?
I have an idea. It's so risky, so dark. Probably a terrible idea, but I'm going to suggest it to the party. Whoever's kidnapping children, I prefer. Why is God giving me that look? I don't want to use Elliot as bait. I don't want to put anybody in danger. But what if they came in a car? We know that. we could put Elliot out and just lay the area with tons of spikes to pop the tires so that they can't get away.
I'd rather use one of his friends.
Bruh.
I don't mean that in a mean way, but Elliot's magic might not be the same as his friends. It seems like something more.
That's a fair assessment.
And I don't know what they can do with that tool.
I don't want to use anybody as bait, but it is an idea to catch the culprit.
Speaking of which, Elliot is the only person whose magic we've seen work that way, right? It wasn't all the kids.
Yes, it is. It's
Yeah, okay, cool, right. I was going to say, yeah. Just in case all of these kids are replicating magic out of their faces, yeah. Elliot's a valuable...
Elliot's the prime target. That's another problem.
Well, regardless, we should keep him protected. We might need
Yeah,
to
why
hire
the
some
fuck is
help.
he walking down the street away from us?
We need to hire some help to watch over them. We also need some money.
Ask for help.
I've got an idea where that's concerned.
All right.
And at that moment, I would like to clock off the phone and possibly have a word with receptionists at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey, I know it's late, but...
Yeah, what?
Who'd be in charge at this kind of time?
I mean...
Management-wise. Does he do the management as well as the doctoring?
He owns the hospital.
Oh, man must be busy.
Oh.
Right. Well, I'll speak to him then instead. Sorry for waking you.
Thank you.
On the job.
On the job.
On the job,
In the
yeah,
front
right.
desk.
I'm so sorry for waking you.
You find Urshna. You manage to make your way up to the 5th level of the hospital, and you get to his office. As he's sitting back in his chair, just like currently he has like a book that he's currently reading. It's finally a slow night, and
good.
Oh, hey, hello.
You can't be particularly rich in magical resource here, right?
Necessarily, no.
I threw everything I had at Viviana this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But it's clear that magic is not the way to getting her to come back. I wonder if you and I might make a deal. You see, I sleep less than my companions. We tend to work together during the day. But you'll have patients inevitably who need more than just medicine. I'd like to sell some services to you. We're in a really tight spot financially for doing what we want to do. And I'm willing to spend 4 hours a day giving my magic to people that need it.
Much as he smiles and he stands up. Okay. You know what? You're gonna make some nurses very happy.
Good. Not to mention, and then I'll sort of wave my hand and I will clean up. I'll do that on the way.
He watches you do that. Why? I live in the chaos.
No,
I don't know where anything is anymore.
I was cleaning, not clearing up. Right? I'm prestidigitation. I can't move his stuff around.
Okay.
Just dusting.
Okay, yeah. So you clean up. Oh, it was messing with my sinuses. Thanks. You watch as you start to walk out. He wraps his arm around you. Let's talk about it. And on that note, if everyone's supposed to do anything else before, I think it's a good place to end.
I just wanted to take a taxi to our other car and bring that back to the unsung.
Okay, yeah. You take the taxi over to the Crown Iris Casino.
Speaking of which,
I go with him just to watch him drive?
Sure.
How badly did Rokan screw up Viviana's car?
Oh, it's got a fender bend. It's got the bumper's kind of hanging off.
Brilliant.
Some of the backlights are.
That'll be perfect for picking up Elliot, and it'll make us fit in with the neighborhood.
Yeah, some of the backlights are smashed. But yeah, you make your way to the Crown Iris Casino, and the valet. You walk up and you show the valet the key, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I know that car," and he takes you down to this beautiful, luxurious, Jeep. It's a 4-door. It's crimson in color, but it has gold accents. And on the front itself, it has like this it's the beak, the face of a phoenix, and it kind of pulls back into like flames. There's no decals on it. That's just like the front spoiler, and then it has like this beautiful golden bumper, and inside is like this plush, supple, like tan leather inside. Wood grain steering wheel and wood grain shifter. It's a beautiful car.
All right. Yeah, Bastion, I'll just take it back to the Unsung Detective
Get in
Agency.
it, and it drives like a fucking dream.
Is it still lower as we get into the car?
It is lower still. It is lower.
We need to find a car.
Bastion
that's,
drifts
like,
around a couple corners just to kind of get a good feel for the car.
Get some donuts in.
It drives beautifully. As you're driving, going through the streets, just take it for a natural joyride. You pass by this mechanic shop called Torches and Tires, saying custom jobs here. Get your cars fixed here, and you just see this. It's like an illusion sign with the screeching tires and fire coming out the back of it, and the fire is moving. Just
nice.
As you guys drive through the street, you make it back to the Unsung Detective Agency. You park it in the front.
All right.
Well, that is where we'll end tonight. You guys had a nice day.
Mm-hmm.
Nice-ish day.
And we learned a lot.
Yeah. And we'll come to MVPs. I'll start with Josh, as Josh is about to fall over, and I just love tired Josh.
So my first one goes to the conversation I had with Zeltrin. That was really interesting. But it's gonna have to go to the drive-in.
Yeah, the driving was hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be that.
And I applaud you for making it through this session.
Oh, thank you.
You look tired and you look dead.
Thanks.
It's
Thank
commitment.
you
It's
for
commitment,
really
bro.
hammering that home. Yeah,
It's
I mean, you
commitment,
did-
right?
I mean, you did give me middle finger when we started, so I had to, we come next to Miyago.
I'm gonna go with the chill touch bullets because that just adds like a little extra scariness to a gunfight.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if we get gunned down, our healer can't just pop us back up.
Yeah.
Like, shit, a little more real.
Yeah, as you figured, healing is a big thing because it's arcane, but they had to find a way to even the score.
That just gave me the greatest idea for a terrible weapon.
And next we come to Lavi.
Honestly, my MVPs are the same. Seeing as Josh, seeing Rakan and Zeltrin interact was very interesting. And yeah, the driving was hilarious. Like,
that was funny.
like somebody's life is on the line, and we're just struggling with the car.
That was really hilarious. James, final.
Yeah, in part of the driving, the distance they chose to drive, the fact it was 4 blocks and they went for not being able to drive. It was very convenient, actually, when the car arrived, but apart from that, it was, very interesting. Maddox, I like him as a character. And Solomon, to be fair, I think they were both great. And the Arcane Labs. But definitely my MVP moment goes to Lavi's leash for Zeltrin. That's made my day. Give us yours.
Yeah, mine is a little different. Just the fact that I have been DMing for a while, and it's a bit of
Bastion's toast. I want to mention that. That was big. That was
toast
big.
was awesome.
Right. Anyway,
Like-
sorry. Carry on.
No, like it's like I know it's cheesy, but like every episode has been an MVP for me. Like every bit of it from start to finish has just been one big MVP. Like I said, I've been DMing for 2 years, and to find people who are willing to go deep into it to the point where I give a shit, and that I give a little bit of, not to say I don't give a shit when I ever DM, but I always care. It's just like I'm used to, people not giving 110%. You guys are giving 110%. Even tired Josh is giving 110% as much as he can. And just bringing the world to life. You know what I mean? Like, like when I first started this, I was like, oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. You guys are about thinking about doing an orphanage, about stopping stopping the world from losing. I'm like, wow, this is okay. This is great.
We are kind of trying to do it all, aren't we?
You guys are trying to
we need
do it
we need
all.
more manpower.
And I love it. It's just great. I was like, okay, wow, these guys are about to become Avalanche. You know what I mean? Kudos whoever gets that reference.
Reactor.
Yeah, there you go. It's just people trying to become Avalanche and all this stuff, and I'm just like, wow, okay, and these guys are literally building an orphanage. That's great. I fucking love it. This is amazing. So thank you. I've had the best time DMing coming into the server. It's been great. So thank you all.
Doesn't matter how
Thank you
well you
for
can
DMing.
roleplay if you don't get given a good world. It's a wonderful place to play.
Oh man,
We love it.
I can't wait till like the story moves further and further ahead. Well, like I can literally say you guys had not even scratched the surface, and it's great.
No, and I genuinely think we'd be happy to not even scratch the surface for the next few months and just get our day-to-day.
We already have like a
little things
Skyrim
done, right?
list of quests. we
Yeah, I
need to
know,
get
right?
done.
Well, then look, what I love about it though is it's not quests; it's things that we want from the world and things we want to do, and that's amazing.
Yeah, largely, yeah.
But
It's
it
usually
has
how I like
yeah,
to
go
run
on.
it. I'm sorry. That's just usually how I like to run it. My DMing style is usually I like it to be like a fucking show, like a movie. You know what I mean? And like you find your quests by interacting and dealing with people and here and there and grabbing. You guys are so good at grabbing hooks and moving on with stuff, and just figuring like, okay, I'm going to do this. I think this is what I want to do and make it happen. And and it's just great. And I think tomorrow night you guys get to go to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tomorrow night you guys get to go to the show.
It's gonna be like Batman's parents, so they were coming home from a show and then they get shanked. That's gonna be us. Could be a
They get-
drive-by.
Get shot.
Before Batman goes to the show and he watches Robin's parents die.
Rakan
Or when
becomes
Lincoln
Batman.
went to a show. Yeah.
Regardless, it has come to that time. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
guys, for playing. Thank you so much, Kira, for DMing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm not going to rate tonight. It's late and it doesn't feel right, so we're going to end there. And we'll be back next week for Cassiopeia, or tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST for Good Sagravia. And we shall see you soon. Thanks for being here.
All right.
Good night.
Cheers.
Goodbye.